It's week number 10, and we've got some start bench decisions and dilemmas, don't we? Some trade dilemmas. Some of you have your trade deadline this weekend. Some of you have it next week, and I'm here to handle all that and more. The Fantasy Football Show, it begins now.
You are about to enter the Fantasy Football Show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón. Smitty is live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. You are about to enter the Fantasy Football Show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón. You are about to enter the Fantasy Football Show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón. You are about to enter the Fantasy Football Show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás en
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
What is going on, good people? Welcome to the Fantasy Football Show. My name is Smitty, and I'm here to help you for the next hour, 2 hours, 3. We've gone 5 hours before. I hope we don't go 5 hours. Make sure you get on over to Underdog Fantasy. If your season's in the crapper, or even if it's not in the crapper, and you just want some more skin in the game, Underdog Fantasy, if you use promo code Smitty, will give you up to $100 off of your first deposit. And you can do these over-unders, and we'll have Ron Navy maybe dial in and give us a couple of his favorite props of the week. And we'll do that toward the end after we get through some super chats. But Underdog Fantasy, use promo code Smitty, and they'll give you up to $100 bonus matching your first deposit. It's such a fun way to play fantasy football. The week 10 contest you can do. I wish they do some sort of best ball like week 11 or week 12 through 17. I don't know if they're going to. Doesn't feel like they're going to, but they pop those things up out of nowhere sometimes. So buckle up, Buttercup. We'll be doing some mock drafts as well. Early 2022 mock drafts this weekend. We'll do some of the best ball stuff as well. Get ready. And I got another set. My other set of blue light blocking glasses came in. These are Gunners. I don't know if you guys know the brands, but this brand is really, really good. These are Gunner brand, and they're super duty. They're not orange tinted though, or blue tinted. They showed blue tinted when I bought them, and I'm like, okay, I'll take the blue. They got like a blue tint to them, but it's not like the photo. But I kind of like it. It just makes me look like I'm trying to wear glasses on, sunglasses on it. I don't want people to think I'm trying to take over Joseph Burrow's job, Joe Cool. But they do work very, very well. We got a $20 hauler right out of the gate. $20 hauler right out of the gate. This is from Andrew. Andrew.
Mashed potatoes.
Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty. Don't miss it. Don't miss your opportunity to shine in the Underdog Fantasy world using your promo code, your boy's promo code. Smitty struggling with the decision for who to start this week. Need 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and 1 flex. ETN, Aaron Jones, Jamal Williams, Swift, Diggs, Sun God, Lockett, Palmer. Let's get this out of the way real quick, Andrew. This is probably some pretty easy stuff here. ETN, and then you're going with Swift. Diggs, and you're probably going with Sun God. There's your 2 and 2. Now you got to decide between Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams. Or if you want to swap out Swift and Jamal, you can go ahead and do that. I don't think I could do that. I don't think as much as Lockett could bring at any given game, I think I'm starting Aaron Jones. Even with that matchup that maybe isn't the best matchup for him on the ground, the guy could catch passes, and I think he's kind of matchup proof in a way. And if they're down and they're throwing, they'll be throwing Aaron Jones. So I'm pretty much feeling like I would go that route. He's not on the injury report. Who knows what's going on with these injury reports? It's all a bunch of hogwash at this point. Hopefully we're being told the truth about some of these players, like to not even be on the injury report for JT. Look, we're excited about it. JT season might be back. As excited as we are about that, we know he should be on the injury report is at least probable. Full PPR, Tony Pollard or Fournette in the flex. Other running backs are Chubb and Walker. Give me Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard, I think Zeke's not playing much, if at all. I don't think he plays. Tony Pollard season's still ongoing. It's still a go. It has not been called off yet. So buckle up. Get your Tony Pollard shares in order. Get him out on the field. Smitty with glasses or Smitty without pick one. Smitty without pick one. What's that mean? Smitty with glasses or Smitty without pick one. Oh, Smitty without glasses. Okay, I'm sorry. No commas, no punctuation. We don't use those in today's society. we just one long sentence. Smitty without glasses or Smitty with glasses. ... or something. Pick one. I got you. I don't really care, Carter, because I need them for my migraines, bro. You want healthy Smitty or you want angry, I can't see straight, I'm holding my head Smitty? Okay? So, Carter, we're going to go with the glasses no matter what, bro. But I appreciate you anyway. And I appreciate your super chat, young man. Kirk or Dak, JJ and CD. What does this mean? Kirk or Dak, IJJ and CD. I don't know what IJJ and CD means. Justin Jefferson and CD Lamb swear to have a lot of fantasy points on Sunday. Raise your right. What are we doing here? IJJ, I Smitty, swear that JJ will have a lot of, I don't know. But this one, Zinski, we're going to roll with, do we roll with Dak? I mean, Green Bay. This one's a tough one for me. I feel like Buffalo, I'd rather roll with Dak here. I know Buffalo's susceptible, but if Josh Allen plays, and we do expect him to play at this point, we'll talk about that in a second, I think this is a different game. I think if Josh Allen sits, the defense could get worn out, and the Minnesota Vikings could throw and have a good day. But I'm going to go with the Dallas Cowboys having more of a overall better performance than people expect in this game against the Green Bay Packers, who are struggling. In the defense, the Dallas defense might manhandle Aaron Rodgers from time to time, cause a couple turnovers. Granted, they could run the ball a lot, Tony Pollard, but they might throw to Tony Pollard too. I'm going to go Dak. This is a very tough one, Zinski. Trust your gut. make sure you don't stray away from your gut too far, because I'm indifferent, but I lean Dak. Start 2 in PPR: Olave, Godwin, Amon-Ra, Pierce. Give me... I mean, you got to go Pierce. Let's see here. Pierce and probably... God, am I going to go Amon-Ra over Olave? I probably shouldn't. Maybe we need Ron Navy's... Ron Navy, what's that defense looking like right now? They're going to be stepping up their game a little bit against Olave and the Saints in week number 10, bro. Are we going St. Brown? Are we going with bounce back St. Brown? What's the weather look like in Chicago? Can someone give me some Chicago weather updates? Who's my weatherman in here? It's supposed to be Derek Lincoln all year. Where's Derek at? Someone give me a weather update on Chicago. Let's see what's going on there. As of this moment, I'm going to lean Pierce and Olave. I so badly want to go St. Brown. Give me Olave. No, hold on. I'm not done yet. I'm still wavering. Zinski says Pollard or Pierce in PPR. Look, that could go either way. You got to go Dameon Pierce, I think, but I love Tony Pollard. I find a way to get him in my lineup, so I just want to make sure that was clear. I'm not telling anybody to sit Tony Pollard, but I am saying you need to start Pierce. This is probably safest to go Olave and Pierce, but I'm very tempted to say St. Brown. But I think until St. Brown bounces back, there's no reason to go to beat yourself up over making the wrong call. I'm gonna reserve the right to change my mind here. I'm gonna put you over here. No, that was not the right one. Zinski, get out of here. Appreciate you, Zinski. That's not the right one. Anthony, I'm gonna put this right here and think about it for a second. Did we get a weather update? What's the weather? Cold. Thank you. 4 mile an hour wind. Okay. No rain. God, I don't want to sit Olave. But it comes down to, how do I feel about the quarterbacks? How do I feel about game flow? How do I feel about how fluid the offense is going to be? And I'm just having that feeling that St. Brown's going to come back on a tear. The chat seems to think that it should be Olave and Pierce. I'm leaning St. Brown. I'm wavering St. Brown. I continue to go like this. I'm wavering like Nathaniel Hackett trying to make a decision about the game clock and what to do. I'm going back and forth. God, man. I guess go Olave. Olave's safer. Again, you can't really fault yourself for putting St. Brown on the bench in this position. And I've been touting Olave all week. I like both of them. Let's roll with Olave, but man, that's a tough one, Anthony. I don't like this question at all. This one's from Rockout. Rockout says, Burks a good stash? I don't think so, Rockout. Not this year. Is there potential, 2023 value maybe, but I'm not caring too much about it. Schultz or Freiermuth? That's a tough one. I think this one you could go. God, let's see here. You guys are making me look everything up right now. You're asking me these tough questions, and I need to literally look up some defensive stats and crunch some numbers and flip some coins. I'm going to say Freiermuth. But I do like Schultz a little bit. I just don't fully trust him yet. And Freiermuth is a little bit more steady Eddie. So give me Freiermuth at the moment. Olave, final answer. For now, Mr. TD, Olave is my final answer, but I might switch back to St. Brown before the night's over. So you better stay glued, Anthony, to this show, because at the very end I'm gonna decide. Remind me. The very end I'm giving you my answer, Anthony. You're gonna sit here the whole show and wait. Pearson St. Brown. See, and then I see somebody just, it doesn't even matter who it is. Too Quick Basketball. Remember this kid? Nice kid. You know, what's he have on this evaluation that's going to sway me one way or another? No offense, Too Quick Basketball. His name's Basketball. He's not even named Too Quick Football. It's Too Quick Basketball, which I don't even know what that means. But Too Quick Basketball just swayed me. Just dropping one message. I saw St. Brown's name, and now I want St. Brown again. Just wavered just like that. Chicago 4. I'm getting all kinds of different temperatures and Chicago forecasts from everybody. It's so funny. The wind chill is making it more like 24 here in Chicago. Okay. Mark with the super chat. Curtis Samuel, Thielen, Otten, Flex. I think Curtis Samuel is your safe play. How's Thielen even looking health-wise? What is he good to go? I think he is. This is a tough one because Curtis Samuel is probably like around 30 to 35 for all wide receivers ranked walking into this week 10. And Thielen's probably what? What's Adam Thielen? He's probably like they're probably neck and neck. Yeah. Then across the industry, they're 33 and 34. They're like identical. They're right on top. Who's first? Curtis Samuel, one spot ahead of Thielen, neck and neck. I feel like Samuel feels like Steady Eddie. I feel like Thielen's that guy that you give up on, and when you give up on him, he has 2 touchdowns. So you kind of got to pick your poison here, whether you want to go with trusty old man Thielen or go with Curtis. I'll catch a football when it's bouncing around and somehow get a touchdown for you because they utilize me in a weird way, like a poor man's Debo Samuel. Give me Give me Samuel. Feels a little more Steady Eddie. That's it. We're going to open the phone lines here in a second. I'm keeping up with the super chats, man. We're all caught up. Curtis Samuel, I think I've answered every single one of them so far. Let's open up these phone lines, shall we?
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Yo. Dial into the show. Phone lines are open. Open for business. We get a little freeze action on the... Oh, no. Tell me it didn't freeze the camera for the whole... No. Oh, no. Come on. Come back. Let's wait a minute because I feel like last time it unfroze. So let's wait a second. Let's go to... We'll open the phone lines here in a second. I think it will unfreeze. It hasn't done this in a little while, but I was tempted to not open Skype right now because I had a funny feeling it might freeze the stream. Hopefully it unfreezes itself. Come on, unfreeze, broski. Unfreeze. This super chat right here is from Zinski. Sit CD for Palmer. CD going up against Alex. I'm not sitting CD Lamb, broski. I'm just not doing it. CD, they move them all over the field for one, okay? So don't worry about who's covering CD Lamb. They move them around all over the field. They like to use them in the slot. They like to use them on the outside. They like to use them everywhere. I'm hoping that they move him around right now in this particular contest to get him open and catching footballs. So, no, I'm not sitting CD Lamb. Okay. Rock out with a super chat. Flex Mostert or Swift. I'm probably going to go with Swift, my guy. They're both in a timeshare of sorts, but Swift is on the 50-50 side at least of the timeshare, I would think, walking into this game. And if he's not, then we're going to all be pretty disappointed. But Mostert, while he could be 50-50 as well, I feel like it's definitely Wilson's job to maybe lose going forward. So I'm going to go ahead and say give me DeAndre Swift. And then this next, I'm still frozen. Bear with me. I'm hoping this thing unfreezes here in a second. If it doesn't, I don't know what to do. I mean, we'll have to start the stream over again, but I don't want to do that. That's not good for business. Need to start one tomorrow. DK Palmer or Pollard. I think I'm probably gonna. Let me try to see if I can unplug this camera or something. What is going on here? Come on, man. This is ridiculous. Let me see if I can. I don't know why. I'm frozen for all of you too, right? Need to start one tomorrow. DK Palmer or oh, I might have moved. It might be unfreezing. Come on. You got this. You got this, system. Need one for tomorrow. DK Palmer or Pollard. I mean, DK's probably your safest bet, bro. But I mean, Pollard's such an interesting play. He's such an interesting play. Let me see if I can unplug these cameras and see if that'll do it. Let me see if that'll do the trick. Bear with me here. Come on, camera. Follow the wire. Follow the cord. Come on. Okay. Let's see if that does anything. I think we're still frozen. Oh! I moved. Okay, give it a second. Come on. I'm going to say DK is your safe play, and Pollard is your high risk, high reward. You got to kind of pick your poison. Okay, Khalil Herbert. Depends on who the option is. Kyler Murray, a go tomorrow? I would think not, but let's see. He's gonna give it a go in the morning, see what's what. Stream was dead for a second. Can you guys hear me right now? I might have to restart the stream. Super chats here. Need to start one tomorrow. Palmer or Pollard or DK. I already got to that one. Swift. Start 3. Swift, Pollard, Walker, or Palmer. Give me Walker. Give me Pollard. Give me Swift. What am I looking like here? Am I frozen? Can you hear me? Okay, you can hear me at least. Super chats here. Yeah, I can see myself. I almost came back. I'm just going to give it a second here. Hang tight with me. I'm sorry, guys. Shouldn't have opened the phone lines. I should have it open before the show starts. Gosh dang it. Super chat from Ivan starts. Okay, I got that one. And then Zinski. Sit Pierce for Tony Pollard to get Dak, CD, Pollard stack going. Don't worry about the stack, Zinski. You can't be worrying. You got to put your best players on the field. Bro. You cannot play Tony over CMC or Barkley. No, you're not playing Tony over CMC or Barkley. Super chat from Rockout says flex, 2 flex, Khalil Herbert, A-Rob, B-Rob, Zay Jones, and Pacheco. That's pretty brutal. I would say probably B-Rob and Herbert, but that's tough. I did unplug the cameras, bro. And now my whole system's frozen. I'm hoping it just takes a minute. Just bear with me. If Kyler can't go, Colt McCoy or Heineke, neither, man. I suppose I would go Colt McCoy or Heineke. Colt McCoy. You're live in the Fantasy Football Show. What's up?
Hey, Smitty. So I called you the other day asking about Warren or B-Rob.
Oh,
So I'm wondering if I should pick up Landry to flex
Who is this, by the
Landry
way?
instead of
Who is this, by the way? You
instead of
sound
one of
sound
those,
familiar. Who am I talking to? You sound familiar.
I'm too quick basketball.
Too Quick Basketball. You sounded familiar, bro. What's up, Too Quick? Okay, hit me with your question one more time.
So I'm wondering if I should pick up Landry, because I called you the other day and I was asking about if I should flex B-Rob or Jalen Warren, and he said B-Rob because he kind of knows his role. But obviously Landry's playing tomorrow, so should I pick him up and flex him instead of B-Rob?
Landry, I don't know that I love Landry, man. I probably would say I would rather start. This might freeze the stream again. Hold on. I'm going to say I'd rather start B-Rob, but I don't like those options at all, bro. I don't like them at all. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to shoot you straight. Too Quick Basketball. What's Too Quick Basketball mean, bro?
I used to make basketball videos with my friends a couple years ago.
Yeah, were you
just post them on the channel.
Yeah, what's too quick about it? What does that mean?
It's just a name that we came up with. It doesn't really have any meaning. Just kind of thought it sounded cool.
Okay, I mean, it does sound kind of cool, bro. Hold on, let me see if I can unplug this camera here. I don't think I'm going to get the other camera back. We might have to do the whole show from this angle. That's right. Better than nothing. Okay. That's what happens when you have a live show. Too Quick Basketball is you have technical difficulties, like Ron Navy's saying. You got to roll with it, man. You just got to roll with it, because I can't restart the stream. That does more damage than anything. So we're going to go ahead and do it live. We're doing it live. Too Quick.
All right.
Hit me with another question. What do you got?
All right. So I got Andrews and Likely rostered. But if Andrews comes back, if they're like, let's say there's news that comes out that says he's playing next week, then would you say I'm good to drop Likely, or do you think he could still have some value even if Andrews is active?
If you got Andrews, I would probably keep both of them cuffed, because if something bad happens to Andrews, you're gonna have a really good player. So I keep him, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of the cooler cuffs in fantasy right now.
Yeah.
All right, Too Quick. See you later, man.
I also.
Oh.
Yeah, I also stashed Odell. Do you think he's gonna be signing soon?
I don't think. I mean, depends what you're like dropping or what you're passing up on picking up by holding Odell. Odell wasn't going to be available till mid-December, and now he's trying to come back. I just don't see him staying healthy if he rushes it back, and I don't see him being ultra effective. Like, what are you going to do? Like, depends where he goes. Does he go to Dallas? Does he go somewhere like San Francisco where it's just completely crowded and he just wants to try and win a Super Bowl and do very little? Does he go somewhere like Dallas where, you know, he could probably be relevant, I suppose, at some point, but is it going to be right away? Probably not. I don't really care about Odell right now in 2022. I could change my mind. He could come out and surprise me and look really, really, really good, but this guy can't stay healthy, man. He can't stay healthy. Just so many injuries. The same injuries, too. Like, I don't think anybody's ever recovered from what he's trying to recover from. So, I'm going to say I don't care about Odell right now this year, bro. All right, Too Quick. Got to jump to the next call. Appreciate you, man. Call back if you have another one.
Yep. All right.
Okay, let's get these super chats out of the way here. I got that one. Payne, Goff, or Stafford. Stafford, I mean, bro, we don't know if Stafford's playing, so this can't be answered. But I would say if Stafford goes, I probably would rather have... I guess I'd rather have Goff. I mean, Stafford, because he's throwing footballs to Cooper Kupp, but I don't think he's going to play. We'll see. He was on the way on the wrong side of playing. You're live in the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to? Hello? Well, there you go. There you go, Zinski. Sit Pierce for TD Tony Pollard to get Dak and CD and Parsec again. Don't be playing stack Sinski that like sitting. You play your best guys. Stacks don't matter. Stacks are fun. Sometimes a stack can be interesting if you're picking an offense that doesn't have a lot of downs. You know what I mean? Like that's when a stack kind of is valuable. Like I love the Buffalo Bills stack. But part of that's because of the offense, right? It doesn't necessarily have to do with Diggs. It doesn't really have to do with Josh Allen per se. It has to do with the offense. The stack's useful because the offense is constantly going to throw and score points. Very rarely are they just going to run the ball. So that's why that stack's important and vital. It's just such an amazing stack. Ron Navy says technical difficulties. Yep. Technical difficulties, but we got to push through it. We got 198 people in here. I don't want to close the stream, come back with 70. Stash Jamison Williams or Nico Collins or none. Neither. For this year, no. Jamison Williams isn't. I like him. He isn't doing anything this year, in my opinion. And Nico Collins, he should have developed by now, and he didn't. So it is what it is with Nico. I do like him, but I don't think this is happening this year. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
You're talking to Fitzy. How you doing, Smitty?
What's up, Fitzy?
So I just got this trade proposed to me. I don't know if you remember last night my scenario.
Okay. No, I don't.
Well, the trade is I have Chris Olave, Adam Lazard, and Kittle, and I would ship them out for Amon-Ra St. Brown and David Montgomery.
Kittle, Lazard, and who?
And Olave for Amon-Ra St. Brown and David Montgomery. I feel like I'm just giving up a little too much, and I need to, those wide receivers are decent. I don't know.
I don't remember this exact trade, to be honest.
Well, this isn't the exact trade, but I was telling you my team last night.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to go after.
I mean, bro, I think a lot of people in the chat are going to say they like Olave better than St. Brown. So I don't know why you would be trading Olave away. Like, I like St. Brown, but the whole point in St. Brown's buying low.
Okay, would you send Olave and Kittle for Amon-Ra?
No, what I'm saying is Olave's better than St. Brown. So what are you doing?
Right, I get what you're saying.
Like in general, I'm tempted. I'm tempted to start Olave or St. Brown this week. I do expect a big bounce back, but in general, like going forward, Olave, I think most people are going to say is ranked higher in their minds than St. Brown going forward. So when I say go get St. Brown on the cheap, this is buying St. Brown on a higher amount of you're going.
This is just. The owner is overvaluing St. Brown, so this is just the offer.
You can't be doing. I mean, I wouldn't do that straight up if I'm you. And I like St. Brown a lot, but I want to buy low. And if he can't be so low, then you just can't get him in this league.
All right. Well, I appreciate the advice, and I won't make the trade. And we'll see next week maybe.
Let's see. Let me just look at the chat real quick.
Yeah, they're saying they don't like it.
Yeah, I figured that was going to be the case. I may have swayed you a little bit too. You might be confused because you were like, okay, Smitty, you were just talking about starting St. Brown over Olave this week.
I get what you're saying.
This week,
the thing is, in my mind, I didn't feel like it was a good trade. That's why I brought it to you.
Yeah, I think you should try and give him everything you're trying to give him, but is there some other wide receiver you could swap in there?
I mean, I do have Mike Williams. I could slip in Lazard, Mike Williams and Kittle for Amon-Ra, but that's a lot.
No, it's not. Kittle.
I mean, is it not? I mean,
Kittle who? Kittle, Lazard, and who?
And Mike Williams.
No, I'll throw all that. I'll throw all that in for St. Brown. Sure.
All right, and if he doesn't go for it, then it's just not going to happen.
Yeah,
this week.
I would just not trade him Olave.
Yeah.
If you're going to trade him Olave, make him do something that he shouldn't. Make him do what you're doing with St. Brown, where you're like, well, if I have to settle with what you're setting the price for, okay. Make him come to you that way. But, yeah, I think you'll be plenty happy with what Olave is going to do for you go forward. I've been pumping him up as one of the best buy low wide receivers. Him and St. Brown, both of them. They're both two of my favorite go-get players. So you're just trading one of my favorite go-get players away for another one. And Olave.
I mean, hopefully Jameis Winston comes back. He would boost up Olave, I would think. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I think probably. Yeah, at least there's options there. Like if he comes in and doesn't do well, then at least it's always good to have multiple options if you're kind of concerned about those options. But Olave, so
Right.
like I've been talking about St. Brown. I think he's gonna have such a big bounce back game. I'm tempted to start him this week. But overall, I think Olave could produce high end wide receiver 2 numbers. Now St. Brown could be a wide receiver 1 going forward. He could be more valuable than Olave going forward, but the problem is the fair market value of it. Like St. Brown is a lot lower than Olave, I think, in most people's minds. If you did the 1-for-1 trade, I wouldn't tell you to take a lap or anything. I think most
so
people.
if I traded Olave straight up for Amon-Ra, like that's not a take a lap moment.
It's not a
but,
take a
like,
lap move because either one could be better than the other. I think in general, though, you'll get everybody in the chat saying they'd rather have Olave, but I don't think anybody's going to say you got clobbered. I think people will probably be hesitant to put their name on that and have a receipt out there saying Olave is going to crush St. Brown. And then we come back and everyone's like, okay, didn't you just say you hated St. Brown compared to Olave? I think people would be a little fearful to like stamp that with a hardcore, like, you crazy type of reaction, I think everyone's going to be like cautiously like, I like Olave a little better, I think. Because keep in mind, and it wasn't too long ago, week 3 or 4, we did that mock draft, and we drafted St. Brown at number 7 or 8 as a community in the live chat. It was double confirmation mock drafting. It wasn't where a Bob could come in and say, I'll take St. Brown. Right. It was double confirmation mock draft. And in that, let's see if I can split screen this. And in that, why won't this split screen? In that, it was like it was like thought of as it was a little early for sure, but it still was it was crazy, bro.
Well, I had another offer from this guy. It was like Tyler Lockett and Godwin for Kittle and like Lazard and Mike Williams. Would that be probably a better trade for me?
Say that one again.
It was Tyler Lockett and Godwin for Kittle, Lazard, and Mike Williams.
I take Godwin.
You take Godwin and Lockett over Kittle, Lazard, and Mike Williams.
I think most
people.
All
right, so maybe I'll go propose that to him right now. And
am I wrong on that, guys? It's definitely like the Godwin side, right? Godwin and Lockett. I mean, I don't see how anybody couldn't. Kittle's nothing, bro. Lazard's nothing.
Right. Well, the thing is, I have Everett, so I'm not really worried, and Everett's schedule is about to free up.
Yeah, I have a feeling everybody and their mother is going to agree with that. I don't see how you couldn't.
And the thing is, like, I'm with you with the Jimmy G thing. Like, I'm a Patriots fan. Like, he is a pea shooter, and they have too many options on that team.
Yeah. Yeah, Godwin side, bro. Godwin side by a mile. Like, I'm not saying Lazard.
I'm gonna go pivot and try to make that move right now.
Yeah, Lazard could have a good week 10. He could have 100 yards and a touchdown. So I want that to be abundantly clear. But overall, if he does that, he's dropping a dud the next week and a dud the next. Like, he's gonna have that 1 out of 3 games where he does well. I'm taking Godwin all day long. You get Lockett as well. You could package. Then maybe you go to the guy with St. Brown. You could trade him Godwin in Lockett for St. Brown.
Well, the thing is, this guy does have St. Brown. He has all 3.
Yeah. Then you can't.
This guy is St. Brown, Lockett, and Godwin.
Then never mind. All right, go on your way. On your way. Appreciate you.
All right. Well, appreciate it. Have a good Sunday.
Yeah. All right. You can only do so much. You can only do so much. Okay. Brady in a QB. Who should I? Let's see here. I don't know if my system's even working right. Any super chats will be answered in the order in which they're received, so drop them in. I think I'm caught up on them too, so we're good. Anybody drops when there's not an hour wait, we're completely open seating for super chats. Thoughts on Chase Edmonds? We'll see what happens. I'm very intrigued as to how much they're going to want to use him in Denver. We'll see. I don't know. Trade him Lockett back for St. Brown. I think you'd have to trade him both. Look at this avatar. He's using it. Travis is using it. Look here. Here it is. For those that don't know.
Can Kenneth Skywalker. Kenneth Lightsaber Swinging Skywalker.
He's using it. It's great. It's in his avatar. I love it. All right. This is from CL. Should I start Kenneth Walker or JT? Look, you got to start Kenneth Walker. I just showed you why. If that doesn't convince you, I don't know what can, to be honest with you, CL. But I do believe that JT is going to ball out. I do believe maybe you got to figure out a way to get JT in your lineup as well. You know what I'm saying? FT says, why are you undervaluing 49ers offense, Smitty? Who said I was undervaluing the 49ers offense? I think you just made that up and said I was doing it. Who said that? Did I ever undervalue the 49ers offense? I think I've painted a very clear picture, FT, that the 49ers offense is overflowing with talent, and they have a how much more clear can I make it? They have a pea shooter of a quarterback. It's like a funnel, bro. It's like a funnel like this. Jimmy G is the funnel, and it's got this small little hole here that everything's got to funnel through. And you've got all this talent waiting to go through here, bro. Like, I don't know how much more clear I can make it, FT. You're putting words in my mouth. You're putting words in my mouth. The offense is loaded. One of the most loaded offenses in the NFL. And it's like having a souped up vehicle and having no wheels, bro. It's propped up. It's propped up. Smitty, I thought you hated Godwin. Another farce. Another farce, Isaac. So many people speaking for me these days. It's kind of strange. Maybe I shouldn't even come live. Maybe people can just say what I think Smitty's probably saying right now is this, and I could just have a bunch of you on here that can just be talking for me. Smitty would have said this right now. Smitty would have said this right now. Smitty, give us Travis Etienne animation. He deserves one. Connor, I'm working on that. Don't worry. Don't worry, Connor. Claypool, Mac Hollins, or Rashad White. Give me Hollins. Give me Hollins. Flex Mostert or Pittman Jr. Give me Pittman Jr. But that's a really close call, bro. Really, really close call. Hold on one second before I help you on the phone line here. Just hang tight for me. Let's have a day. Fields and St. Brown, 4 and 5 need a win. Don't worry, Avi. We're having a big day. Don't worry about it. St. Brown's going to have a massive day. And Fallon says pick 2, Everett, Palmer, Ayuk, Kirk. Give me Kirk and Palmer. Oh, he's undervaluing the 49ers offense by not picking Ayuk. It's all about the pea shooter, bro. It's all about the pea shooter. He can't deliver and facilitate enough because it's going to all go through CMC, and it will go through Debo as well. Debo and CMC, the problem is, if anybody, I think I saw his comment saying that it's because of my evaluation of Debo as well. It looks like he couldn't wait. I had him on hold. I said, hold on for me, and he hung up. And you know who that was? Second Chance Steven. No more second chances, Steven. That's the second time you've hung up on me. Steven, you don't hang up on me. I hang up on you. That's Third Chance Steven now. If I decide to answer your call again, we're calling you Third Chance Steven. Third and final chance Steven. Gonna treat me like that. Flex Mostert or Pittman and going Pittman. Dude hung up on me. For real. What's he doing? What's Second Chance Steven got to do right now that's too busy for Smitty? You know, I put him on hold for a minute and a half, and he had to bounce. Should I trade JT, Aaron Jones for Cook? I would rather have JT and Aaron Jones. Or Aaron Jones for Swift. I'd probably take a gamble on Swift, but Aaron Jones is tempting. I do like him. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Hey, what up, Smitty? It's Lunchbox.
What's up, Lunchbox?
Not much, buddy. Can I paint a picture for you real quick?
Sure.
Hey, listen, man. It's a 12 team double-digit year running. It's the big league that I'm in. Everyone talks crap type of league. Real quick, I'm the champion currently in this league. We finally did a championship belt. I'm the newest name on it, 3 years in. I'm excited. Real quick, I won the championship last year. Fast forward to this year, I rode the coattails with just Jonathan Taylor to the championship. This year, I get the number 1 draft again. I pick up JT. I did the dumbest thing, Smitty. You would be so upset when I got JT. I panicked real early. I traded JT for peanuts, Smitty. I don't even want to tell you what I gave up for JT, but I did it. I gave up JT for Sutton.
I thought you weren't going to tell me.
Dylan.
I thought you weren't going to tell me.
Well, I mean, just for the suspense, I figured I'd let you know what happened, Smitty. I gave up for peanuts, JT. I got Sutton and Dylan, but I flipped that, Smitty. I flipped Dylan, and I got ETN. I flipped Dylan, and who the hell was it? Somebody else I flipped, and I got ETN on my team. So I kind of made up for it there. I'm on the outside looking in, Smitty. I'm the current champion. I'm 7th place, 5-4. I'm that guy right now. You know, I talk so much smack in the off season, you know, and now I'm barely making it in because it started out so bad, Smitty. But that's where I'm at currently. I would love to give you my team now, and maybe you could give me some pointers on how to salvage this.
Okay. What is your question?
Well, I mean, if I could give you, you know, however you could point me in the right direction, Smitty, to, you know, get me to the championship. Could I give you a couple guys and you could maybe tell me,
let's go,
get rid of these guys and
all
try
right,
to upgrade?
Let's do it.
All right, buddy. Thank you for letting me paint that picture. My team currently,
wonderful picture
right now is.
Okay, go ahead.
Yep. All right. I have right now my quarterback Gino. My running backs are ETN and Dameon Pierce. Unfortunately, my receivers, I have to go with Sutton.
You never like to hear the unfortunately when you're giving your lineup.
I know, buddy.
Okay,
but
St. Brown.
Hey, that's where I'm at currently. But yeah, I'm going with Sutton, St. Brown, and then Pittman in the flex. I also, my tight ends, Foster Moreau, and then bench is horrible, Smitty. That's where I'm at. Like, I have no depth at all, so I'm stuck. Wandale Robinson in the on the bench, Duvernay, Drake, Warren, Elijah Mitchell. That was my other one, man. I picked up Jonathan Taylor and Elijah Mitchell were my first 2 backs in the draft.
Yeah. Man, who's going to tell him?
Yeah, I know, right? It's tough, Smitty. It's a tough world that we're living, but
yeah.
That's where we're at, man. I talked so much smack in the offseason. Now this is the team that I have, and I'm trying to get there.
Yeah, hey, you know what? I'm gonna give it to you, bro. You're a good sport. I appreciate you hanging on the phone, even through my comments. Like, who's gonna tell him? Promo code? Do we promo code this guy? I know, buddy. You're gonna have to trade like ETN for the moon, bro, and you're gonna have to get lucky. You're gonna have to catch someone sleeping. You're gonna have to do a veto worthy type of trade with ETN and Pierce or something. There's no way. There's no. How many people are in this league?
It's a 12 man, and who was it that I flipped? Once I flipped JT, I flipped whoever it was I got in the trade. I got ETN back. You know, I was excited about that. I knew I lost the JT trade, but I told you it was a panic move. I was the champ in the league. I wanted to run that back, and it was a bad setup from the start.
Yeah, I think I mean, don't give up, but you know, this is one of those things where it's, you know, you're needing to hit like back to back home runs in the bottom of the final inning here.
That's yeah.
You're gonna have this. You have no trade value. Like, other than ETN and Pierce, there's nothing to trade. Like, you can't sell your first rounder for pennies on the dollar. Especially that deal. That deal was awful. Sutton and Dylan for JT, that was really bad. Like, there's some upside, you know, at one point maybe for both those guys or whatever, but still, like, you gotta let the house burn to the ground before you ship someone off like that you spent that kind of capital on. So anyway, the only thing I could tell you is you got to go completely rob someone on a ETN or Pierce trade. That's it. I don't even know what to tell you. Like, I go try and get an elite wide receiver with Stevenson. Go try and get an elite wide receiver with Aaron Jones. Go try and get Who's your tight end?
Right now I'm rolling with Foster Moreau because Hayden Hurst. I've been riding with him for
bro. What happened? Who'd you lose? Did you lose anybody to injury?
Well, it was Jonathan. Well, my first pick was Jonathan Taylor. Then I believe I rolled it back with in the Amon Ra as my second pick. Then I think, which another one I kind of boffed, there was James Conner on the board, but I overlooked him.
Overlooked. Wait. We need to get you. You and I need to be on this text line, bro. Did you just say you picked St. Brown in the second round, and then you botched that because you didn't take James Conner in the second round?
No, it was Jonathan Taylor in the first, and then it had to have been either Amon Ra St. Brown in the second, or
yeah. But you just said
either Amon St. Brown or Michael Pittman or Elijah Mitchell. That was either one of those had to have been the second pick.
No, none of those were your.
I was screwed from the start. Once JT went down, and Elijah Mitchell went down the next week, I had to go into panic mode, which is why I traded JT, and then I flipped that real quick to get ETN. So it was kind of like a win in my eyes at that point. Because if I didn't have ETN after, I think, week 3 or week 4, my season was lost.
What? Bro. Hold on a second. You weren't, none of those were the right second round picks, bro. There's no, you're backed into a corner. I had to draft. I was trying to draft. If I didn't take St. Brown, I had to take Connor or Mitchell, or you said someone else in there that is not a second round pick. None of those guys were second round picks, bro. None of them. I think what you need to do is use ADP, to your advantage. Like, not only does the app you're using give you the ADP on the pre-rank list, you're going so far outside the bounds of that list. I don't know what you were scrolling down, bro, to go get St. Brown. You were scrolling down considering Connor. What came out of your mouth? And I'm not trying to be hard on you. I'm trying to just help you. But when you say something like, I took St. Brown in round 2, I botched it, I should have grabbed James Conner. That right there tells me we have a lot of work to do, bro. No, in roster construction.
I think what happened to me, and I misspoke. I think what happened was because I went JT in the first, and I probably backed that up in the second with a running back. So maybe Elijah Mitchell was probably the second round, which probably wasn't a great pick. But I remember Connor was on the board at that point, so I probably went running back, followed by receiver, which probably would have been Amon Ra as my third.
Yeah. All right, bro. Well, do your best. Come back when you got some offers on the table. Don't be giving ETN away. You come back to me and say, "Hey, Smitty, I got Jamal Williams and Curtis Samuel for ETN." I won't even know what to do at that point, bro. So please go do what you can. Cook up some offers. Bring some tangible things to the table, and let's decide whether to do them or not. And we need to prepare you for 2022, pal. I want you to send me an email. Go to thefantasyfootballshow.com. Send me an email through the contact form, and I'm going to give you free access to my video courses just for you, bro. Just for you. You get free access to my video course. Yeah, we're getting you ready for the ball Cinderella in 2023. Okay. All right, appreciate you, man. I got to let you go.
Appreciate your content.
All right, later. Oh my goodness gracious. That one was really hard to take. Can we get in the time machine and help this guy? What's everybody think? Should we go to the time machine? Should we go back in time to June 2022 and help this man? What was his name? Can someone tell me what his name was? Let's jump in the time machine. Okay. What's his name? I need to know his name in order to dial back to July 2022. What was his name? We'll call him second round James Conner. What was his name? Second round John? Okay, here we go. All right. What's crazy is someone did mention this in there is like his second round was a bust. Well, guess what? So was mine. Javonte Williams. How much better was I? Lunchbox. It was Lunchbox. Okay. Here we go. Time machine. Lunchbox. Lunchbox. It's Smitty. It's Smitty. Don't take St. Brown in round 2. Or Javonte Williams. Don't listen to my rankings. Lunchbox. Lunchbox. All right. Hopefully we helped him. I don't know if it changed anything. Let's look at the board. Hold on. Hold on. It didn't work. Let's go back one more time. I think we need to use the megaphone.
Excuse me, Lunchbox. I have an announcement to make. I know you're sleeping right now. I do not want you to take St. Brown. I want you to take Tyreek Hill in round 2, Lunchbox. You hear me? Okay.
It worked! It worked! It worked! It worked! Attaboy Lunchbox. All right, anyway. Phone lines are open. Oh, boy. Poor guy. Poor guy. Lunchbox, I'm here for you. Free access to my video courses 2023. All right. Let's get to the... Do we have any more super chats that are piling up here? Let's check it out. Super chats answered in order in which they're received. This one's Thomas. Thomas with a $9 hauler. Thomas says, love the stream. Thank you. The stream loves you back. 12-man PPR. I have Allen, CMC, JT, D-Hop, CD, Andrews, and Mixon with Fournette, Keenan Allen, and Sutton on the bench. Thoughts on my team? I mean, CMC, JT, you need JT to bounce back. CD, Hopkins, Andrews, you're looking good. Mixon, I like this squad a lot. Not much to do trade-wise except for maybe try and move Foreman. Try and move Foreman and Sutton together for one better player. Try and move Foreman and Sutton together for like, I mean, you could probably go after, let's see, what could you get? Maybe Foreman and CD for like an Adams or something. That's what I'd do. You got Mixon, and I like that team. Make that move. Use Foreman to upgrade CD or to slightly upgrade Mixon, and then take that one into the dance, bro. That's a really good team. You're live at the Fantasy Football Show. How can I help you?
Smitty.
What's up?
Smitty, you got me crying, man. That was some good stuff there. Excellent content.
Yeah. Okay. So you want me to tell you how good of an improv type of person I am? My main camera's down, so I had to like get into my board like this and like climb in and talk like this because I have no other camera. But it worked out. I think that's money, man. I think this is the new shot for that because it's such an awkward like I'm climbing into his room, bro. I'm like on my table. Psst. Psst.
Oh shit! That was so good. Oh man! All right, good stuff, brother. Good stuff. Tight end. I got Andrews and Likely on the bench this week. I picked up Taysom Hill. I was wondering if you think I should just roll with him, or I should go with like Otten or
Taysom Hill or who?
I don't know. There's a bunch of nothing on the waiver wire. Let's see. We got Otten, Komet, Moreau, Njoku, Higbee, Knox. So not a lot of. I'm thinking maybe just roll the dice. Hill's been pretty quiet. Maybe he's about to blow up.
That's a tough one because Hill's the highest risk, highest reward of that lot of players. But like, do I kind of like and Knox a little bit? Sure. Otten looks like he's good for like maybe 8 points. I probably do roll Taysom Hill. I know it's such a high risk move, bro. It always is. It's always 2 points or it's 18. Like it's the way it is. And if he fails again, I can understand nobody wanted to throw him out there again. I get
Well,
it.
so the guy actually dropped him this past week. I tried to get him a long time ago, and this guy swiped it from me.
Yeah.
And he's had him, and then he just dropped him. I'm like, and I kind of have a rival with the guy, so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to pick Taysom up because I just think he's going to blow up this week, and it'll be a nice, shot. But
Komet might be safer, but I don't know that Komet's got huge upside, bro. It's like 8 points. So give me.
He scored the last 2 weeks, so he's probably back to going back.
Yeah, give me the upside of Hill and the risk of Hill. I like him at the same time. It's
all right. Cool. One other question: what do you think about Geno the rest of the year?
He's steady, but if you're starting Geno, I don't think you're winning championships, man. My early quarterback approach is I'm telling you, it's going to catch fire. Not that I invented it or anything, but nobody in the industry loves early quarterback. All these spreadsheet Stevens out there. Okay.
No, I actually took Herbert fairly high.
Yeah, and you're gonna bust on those.
I traded him.
Look, spreadsheet Stevens gonna come at you or come at me and say, Smitty, what about Herbert? He busted. Going early quarterback isn't good. Yeah, you do have to be careful. And you gotta spread it out and diversify with the early QB, but I truly believe that in the second to third round turn, if I'm looking at Josh Allen, Mahomes, Hurts, guys like that in 2023, I'll mix it up to prevent that, and I'll have content to describe that. And you mix it up for several reasons. One, Herbert didn't look like he was gonna bust. He got injured. All his receivers went down. Of course, anything can happen. Injuries can happen. You don't want all your eggs in one basket. You don't want all of your eggs in the basket of Mahomes or in the basket of Josh Allen. But you want to have early quarterbacks. I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's crazy how much crap people give early quarterback approach.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your other question?
So I got Dallas D was on waivers, and I got the Eagles D already. So I'm holding them both, and I don't really like holding two defenses. I'm trying to
they're too good
package them with somebody to make a trade. But what's your thoughts? Do I keep them or get rid? There's really not much out there to grab. So I'm like, other than maybe Michael Carter, but he's on a bye.
I think you could try and package him, but not many people buy a D.
Yeah. Is it worth holding two, or should just stick with the Eagles? Or which one do you like better, Eagles or Dallas?
Not many people buy a D.
Who do you like better, Eagles or Dallas going forward?
I like I probably like the. Let's see. Let me look up in this particular league that I have.
They're just about even.
Yeah.
The Cowboys got a few more sacks. The Eagles got a few more picks, and like 2 points difference.
Okay. Here's what let's see through the entire season. Dallas is one in this one particular league I have pulled up. They're Philly's down by what, 10 points roughly.
Yeah, something like that. It's pretty close.
Bro, they're number 2 and number 3 in most formats. I've
been rolling with the Eagles all year, so I'm thinking of just leaving them. But I kind of like.
I feel like you can rotate this and put the right D on the field at the right time. If you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. Yeah, you can't really go wrong.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I mean,
all right, man. Thanks for everything, brother.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Hilarious stuff.
Later, bro.
Have a good night.
Yeah, you too. Okay, let's see here. Hello, half PPR, 6-3. Hurts, AJ Brown, JJ, Barkley, Pollard. Let's see here. I would have if it was there, Smitty. What are we talking about there, Lunchbox? Lunchbox, I want to appreciate your. I want to give you appreciation for your good sportsmanship. Appreciate you. Hello, half point. PPR 6-3. Hurts, AJ Brown, JJ Barkley, Pollard, Kittle, Amon-Ra, Olave. Very good squad. Yeah, Jeff Wilson Jeff Wilson needs to be traded. You need a wide receiver. I would trade Jeff Wilson. I would go after... You might be able to go after like a chase using Jeff Wilson and Michael Carter or something. Maybe somebody's like, I can't wait on him. And if that's not the case, if someone overvalues Jamar, and they should, but some people don't, then maybe you go a little lower. You start trying to get an Evans for Jeff Wilson and Michael Carter. You start trying to get potential Higgins or Lamb. Jeff Wilson, it just depends on if someone needs a running back bad enough. Your receivers are undervalued. What about Jeff Wilson and Kittle for Mark Andrews, bro? That's where I'm taking that. Drop a like on the stream, you all. Appreciate you. No one... What did KCM say? Oh, that's a super chat. Hold on. KCM, appreciate you, my guy. And then KCM also said, drop a like on the stream. No one brings the comedy to fantasy streams like this. Yeah, that's right, boy. We're trying to keep it lively. This ain't your grandma's stream. Your grandma watches this stream. That's what your grandma does. Smitty, forgive me for I had entered stream and not wiped thy feet. Drop a like on the stream, y'all. Thank you, KCM. Okay. I'll get to the phone calls in 1 second. I'm trying to catch up on the super chat so I don't get behind. This is a $5 hauler from... I wish we had the camera back. Stinks. Start one wide receiver, half PPR, Wandell, Tony, and Van Jefferson. Let me turn the phone line. Let me get this off because everyone keeps calling. I'm not answering right now, just so you guys know. You're wasting your Cricket wireless minutes. Stand down. Start one wide receiver, half PPR, Wandell, Tony, Van Jefferson. I guess Tony, give me the chance on Tony this week. Start one flex, Wandell, Tony, Van Jefferson. Did you just ask this twice? Hunt or Dulce. Is this like two different teams? I guess I would go Wandell in one and Tony in the other. Divide and conquer there. Appreciate you, my guy. Rock out with the super chat. Check my Instagram DMs. Okay, thank you, Rock out. Rock out's dropping a beat. Braden, I'll look for your super chat. I don't see that you attached anything. I'll look for it, bro. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Let's do the time jump. Appreciate you, Ron Navy. Thank you for dropping the super chat. KCM, thank you for dropping the super chat again. Appreciate you, my broski. And then this one right here, Derek Hollis, Super Flex PPR pick one, Dak, Pittman, Herbert. Probably going with the Dak Meister in this one. If that's Justin Herbert, I'm tempted, but I think I'd probably ultimately go Dak. And then we got a super chat from Abreu, who didn't attach it. I don't think he can on those. Let me look for it, Abreu. Damn, send me a novel in capital letters, bro. What are we doing here? Flex, my team. Upgrade my running back, too. Hurts, ETN, Jeff Wilson Jr., St. Brown, Kelsey, Lazard, McLaurin, bench. Take Foreman and Jeff Wilson together, bro. Get one slightly better RB's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing, my guy. Or McLaurin and Jeff Wilson Jr. Stevenson might be available. Give him a call. Other than that, I mean, I like Hurts, I like ETN, I like JJ, St. Brown, Kelsey. Yeah, it's a matter of moving Jeff Wilson and Lazard, Jeff Wilson and McLaurin, Jeff Wilson and Foreman and Lazard, Foreman and McLaurin. Guys like St. Brown, CeeDee Lamb, Mike Evans. It just depends on how valuable McLaurin and Jeff Wilson are to somebody that's got, disaster striking their team, So go to a running back needy team, go to a wide receiver needy team, and see if you can throw two running backs at somebody for a wide receiver. Other players to target potentially, bro, using that approach. Let's see if we can pull up the fantasyfootballshow.com, which is what I'm looking at right now for year-round rankings, bold predictions, text advice, one-on-one text advice. That is the works right there. The fantasyfootballshow.com. Check it out. Learn about it. Learn about it. Get some. Let's see here. Guys you could attack via trade, maybe at wide receiver. DK Metcalf potentially with that package we're talking about. Maybe the Foreman for DK straight up. Jeff Wilson for DK straight up. If you got to give up a little bit like a Lazard or something that's suitable. All those would be good moves for you, broski. And then who's the other? Braden? Make sure you guys attach your questions. Braden says JT and Pickens for Fields and Stevenson. Grade the trade. JT and Pickens. It probably drop Drake over Warren. There's too many running backs in Baltimore. I don't know, bro. I suppose I'd rather have, if you need a quarterback, JT and Pickens for Ramondre and Fields. JT and Pickens. If you need a quarterback, the field side would win. But if you don't need a quarterback upgrade, then I'd rather have JT. But that's pretty standard stuff there. You know what I mean? Like if you've got a solid quarterback, then you didn't need to do that. But if you needed a quarterback badly, then Stevenson's pretty good. You're the man. No, you're the man, Faith. Appreciate you. And Lunchbox dropping a $2 hauler bump squad to champions. I'm going to show y'all, fam. LOL. Show us. Lunchbox, if you win your championship, we're going to put your name on a live stream, the entire live stream in the top corner of the show, but I need proof of it. Not saying I don't trust you, but that's like, you know, saying aliens exist and then we need to see proof before we can fully commit to it, you know what I'm saying? The odds of us finding out that there's extraterrestrial life confirmed, guaranteed, is more likely than your team winning the Super Bowl. But, bro, show us. Do it live. Show us that you mean business, bro. I have Hurts, King Henry, Kamara, and Devontae Adams on the same team. Isaac, congratulations, bro. Congratulations, my guy. Smitty, talk about Kyron Williams. I think it's wait and see. He should be active and playing. We still don't know how many carries he's going to get, but I like Kyron Williams a lot. Smaller back, but definitely intriguing situation that could be open for grabs. What's up? You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Hey, man. My name's Clayton. I love the show.
The show loves you, Clayton. What can we do for you?
Awesome. Dude, hey, I have a team that I'm in love with, but I really don't think I'm going to win it because I'm 6-3. It's a 12-man league. It's a tough league. I just kind of need confidence or for you to give it to me straight and honest, tell me it's a trash team.
All right.
Okay. Joe Burrow, he's on bye, so I picked up Daniel Jones, Justin Jefferson, Mike Evans, Austin Eckler, Damian Pierce. My tight end was Waller at the beginning of the year, but I had to scoop up Dalton Schultz, and I'm flexing Amari Cooper.
So you have Pierce, Schultz, and Amari Cooper?
Pierce, Schultz, Amari Cooper. Yep.
So Eckler, Pierce, Schultz, Amari Cooper, and who's on your bench?
I got Christian Kirk, Michael Pittman Jr., J.K. Dobbins on IR, Darren Waller on IR, Damian Harris. See, the bench is shallow.
Okay. Honestly, bro, it's a really good team. Could another team knock you off and win the championship over you? Like, could I see that? Sure. Like, I'm not looking at this team going, how are you going to lose? But you're clearly could take anybody out at any moment. And it's good enough of a roster to knock off one team at a time and just be that champion. You know, like sometimes the fourth best team in the league wins the championship and it's not that big of a surprise. The number one seed gets knocked out in their first game and then this team comes in and just cleans up. So it's totally possible. Evans and JJ, very good wide receivers. Eckler and Pierce, very good running backs. Burrow, amazing quarterback. What's your playoff chances or what?
Well, so right now I'm in third place. First place is 9-0. He's going, and then the problem is it falls off from there. So there's large group of us, 2 of us are 6-3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us are 5-4.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, bro, I like your team a lot. I mean, the only thing I would even consider doing is like Amari and Kirk, or for like one better player, trading Schultz and Kirk, Schultz and Amari, trying to get Mark Andrews, who's injured right now. And that's a risky proposition for you, because if he doesn't come back, then you're in trouble, and you're going to be without him this week on a bye week. But, I mean, if you could throw Kirk in instead of Amari and then trade Schultz out and then pick up a tight end. You said, who's your backup tight end?
So I got Schultz in right now, but I have Waller on my IR, and also on my bench I have Cole Kmet, which is droppable.
So, yeah,
how
but
are you feeling about Waller, like, for the playoffs?
I'd rather have Cole Kmet and Kirk in your lineup this week if it meant that I could get Andrews in a Schultz and Amari trade. So if you could get Andrews for Schultz and Amari, and then yeah, I'd rather have that this week. But I'd much rather on the season have Andrews coming in, because if you have Andrews in this lineup and you do make the playoffs, that'd be pretty good, bro.
Going for it. Yeah, that's good. I like that.
But there's risk with Andrews. Know that.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
I appreciate it.
All right, man. Yeah, later. He needed to be talked into loving that team. Come on. He liked it. You know, he's coming in flexing a little bit. I mean, there's been better teams, but I mean, that's not a bad team at all. $10 holler.
To the moon.
God, I don't have all my shots, man. I'm tempted to restart my not my computer, but I want to unplug the camera and see if I can. I'm tempted to do it, but I don't want to mess the stream up. This is my lineup, Smitty. Kyler Murray, CMC, JT, Waddle, Juju, Goddard. Flex is Travis Kelce. Flex is Kelce. Don't tell me you're playing in a no tight end league and you're drafting Kelce in the second round or whatever as a wide receiver. I can't stand those leagues. Bench is Sutton, Rondell. 2-7. You're probably no offense, bro. You're probably 2-7 because you said, you know what, I'm taking Kelce as a wide receiver. You know, like, he's going to play like one. He's going to line up like one. He's going to look like one. You know? Let's see here. You probably lost somebody, too. Well, JT. Man. This is my lineup. Dalton, can you answer me this, Dalton? And I'm just joking with you, by the way. Kind of. Can you answer me this, Dalton? Is there a shot at making the playoffs? Like, what's the real question here? This is my lineup, Smitty. Okay, and there's no follow-up question. My question to you, Dalton, is: do you have a shot at making the playoffs? Like, is the last playoff spot like 3 wins right now? Because if you have a shot at winning it, I really think your team could turn it around, bro. This is a good squad. I don't like that you drafted Kelce as a wide receiver if that's the case. No, Goddard's got to be your tight end. So Goddard's more your flex. Anyway. Dalton. Traded for Kelce. Goddard is doing too good to bench. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, they're one's your flex. Okay, I got it. Do you have a shot at making the playoffs? How is this team's 2-7's beyond me? Unbelievable squad when you really break it down, bro. Kyler Murray, CMC. I mean, obviously you got to make sure you're backed up at quarterback. Who's your backup quarterback? You might have Kyler out this week. So this is a good squad. No shot at 2-7. Come on, you don't know that, bro. I've seen it before. It depends. If he's only 1 game back, you never know. Especially if we don't know if they have 8 teams make the playoffs or something like that. Dalton, what did Dalton say? Did Dalton answer? Team is 4-5 at 6th place. You just said it was 2-7. What's going on here, Dalton? Dalton says he's 4-6 in the 6th spot. What are we 2-7 or are we 4-6? Or 4-5? What are we at? How do you have CMC and win 2 games? I don't know, bro. This is crazy. Trade Swift and Connor for Godwin. No. JT over Chubb, Walker, or ETN. Probably not, but you could definitely trade JT. Where's Dalton? I have Stevenson higher if he knew his workload remained the same. I love Stevenson. It is a little bit of a worry. Dalton, you don't have to, I appreciate the super chats. I actually don't mind it, but you don't have to super chat the answer on the follow up here. I just want to help you here. He says the 6th place team is 4-5. Oh, okay. Team is 4-5. Okay. I got you. Thank you for interpreting that. 4-5, 2-7. I mean, you got to give it a try, right? You got to give it a college try. Bro, I really like this. I really like this team. Now that I know it actually has a tight end spot. Okay, you have Dallas Goedert in there, so that makes sense. Now that I know this is actually a tight end spot, I really like your squad, bro. You're 2-7. The 6th place team is 4-5. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that, Dalton. That's my fault. Give it a shot, bro. You don't need to make a trade. This team's ready. Like, you need to make sure you're backed up at quarterback this week. Make sure you go to the waiver wire. Pick up Watson as well if he's out there. But, bro, this is a crazy team. How are you 2-7? That's insane. That's the worst luck I've seen all season for a team to be 2-7 to have this roster. Even with the ups and downs with JT, it's still a monster squad. Waddle, Juju's doing well. Goddard's doing well. Kelsey's phenomenal. I don't think you have any trade bait anywhere. You just got to roll with what you got. CMC, JT's got to fire off right at the right time maybe. You need to get your quarterback situation unlocked. That's all you got to worry about. Make sure. Dalton says he has Tua. Did he write that somewhere? No, he didn't. Okay, Tua, you're good. You're golden, bro. You got this, Dalton. There's no advice here. You just let it ride. If you don't make it, you don't make it. But that team is built to go. That team is built to go. Get on your horse, Dalton. Get on your horse, Dalton. To the moon.
To the moon.
You get on your horse. Don't look back, Dalton. It'll slow you down. Just run as fast as you can like Forrest to the end zone, bro. Unbelievable. Arizona's D or the Bills' D. It'd be easy to say Arizona's D, right? Backup quarterbacks in there, but like that could also be a very bad scoring game for the defenses. Buffalo probably, but you're not crazy to go easy. You're not crazy at all. Guys, how do you feel about Aaron Jones' rest of season? I think he's running back 2, but he has upside to flirt with running back 1s, but I don't know that I feel that the offense can give him consistent running back 1 play all year. I think they'll be 1 game up, 1.5 games down, 1 game up, 2 games down, 1 game up. But those games up could be high-end running back 1. He could be running back number 5 or 6, some weeks, but then be running back 15. He's not on the injury report, so they say he's not injured, but I don't know if I buy that. Against the weapons in Minnesota, they look really good. Well, I mean, like I said, you could roll the dice with the fact that there's backup quarterbacks potentially playing in that Arizona battle, bro. So you want a little higher risk, higher reward. I mean, what's Arizona's defense ranking on the year? Actually, they're 7 in the scoring here. Yeah, bro. I changed my mind. I'm sorry. I changed my mind. I didn't realize Arizona was ranking that high. They're number 7 in my one league I'm looking at here. I'm 8 in another league. 7 in another league. That's pretty good. Yeah, I changed it to Arizona. My fault, bro. Go easy. You think I can win my league 5-4 10-man PPR, Herbert, Henry, JT, Diggs, AJ Brown, Hawkinson, D-Hop, benches, Pierce. Yeah, of course you can with that team, bro. Herbert, Henry, JT, Diggs, AJ Brown, Hawkinson, D-Hop. That's it looks like an 8-man league, and it's a 10-man league. Okay. Pierce on the bench. Use Pierce for the depth. I don't know that you got JT on a week 14 bye, right? Yeah, I like your team a lot. Your wide receivers have had their bye week already. I maybe look to use Pierce to upgrade Herbert into like a Josh Allen. Josh Allen's banged up. I'd try and get something back, but Herbert and Pierce for Josh Allen and something. Like a Gabe Davis or something. Breaking news, New York Giants and star running back Saquon Barkley will table any talks about a new contract until after this season. Oh, My camera. Oh my God. So used to that camera. Part of me wants to unplug this camera, guys. I don't know what this is going to do to the stream, so bear with me real quick here. All right. Let's take off the gunner glasses. Let's dig into this. Okay, that's the wrong cord there, Smitty. Which cord? I wish I had these bad boys labeled. Okay, that's wrong. That's not. This must be it right here. Oh, yeah. I think I got it. No, we're frozen. I knew it. I think it might come back, though. Come on. Come on, come back. Do it live. Do it live. Hold on. Bear with me. I knew I shouldn't have messed with it. I knew it. It'll come back, though. It's just going to take a minute. We got a lot going on here. Dial in if you're waiting for a dial in. I think I can win my league 4 and 5. Yeah, you totally can win your league, bro. Like I said, maybe look to trade Pierce and if not, use it as depth. You're fine. Your team's totally can win it. 5 and 4, 10-man league. Let it ride, bro. Your team's really, really good. Drop Dak for Watson. My QB is Fields. Drop Dak for Watson. I'd probably rather have Dak, bro. So Carter, don't do that. Ron Navy dialing in. What's up, Ron Navy? Hang on one second. Everyone I played had high weeks. I had Higgins, says Dalton. Dalton, I'm sorry, bro. Ron Navy, what's up? Yeah, we're frozen, but that's all right. It'll unfreeze.
No, I figured I'd talk to you slow because you must like it slow there in Arizona. I mean, look at how quick they're counting votes.
R. What's the best prop play this week? Oh, we're back.
Oh, I don't know. I kind of went with Daniel Jones higher than 189.5 yards. Barkley over 97.5 yards. Dameon Pierce over 95.5 yards, rushing and receiving. Davis Mills higher than 2.5 yards rushing. And Devontae Adams being the only receiver that pretty much the Raiders have left, 87.5 yards over. That was one of them.
I'm going to do one right now. I'm going to put it on the screen.
I also did one with Nick Chubb over 91.5 yards rushing and receiving. Jalen Waddle over 0.5 receiving touchdown. Henry over 107.5 yards rushing. Barkley over 0.5 rushing TD. And Donovan Peoples-Jones over 48.5 yards receiving.
Yeah, I wonder if I plug this in, if I'm going to freeze the... I know I'm going to freeze something again. I don't know why I'm getting greedy, Ron Navy. I got my camera back, and I want to now plug my phone in.
I know. Baby, come back.
Oh, it's gonna freeze. I know it's going to freeze.
Want my camera back.
Okay, let's see here. Camera. You've been sipping on Grandpa's cough medicine tonight, Ron Navy?
I got to stay awake somehow.
Okay. We figure you've been sipping on the cough medicine. Okay. Here we go.
Coffee. all about coffee.
All right, here we go. I'm going to do this over-under. This is Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. Let me put the promo codes on screen here, guys. Promo code Smitty, Underdog Fantasy. Link in the description. I'm also going to put the link in the live chat and pin it. Please do this. Use promo code Smitty. They'll match up to $100 on your first deposit. And there's nothing better than doing these over-unders with us, and we're all going to win together. Let's clean up and close Underdog down with one single bet. Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to go.
Remind everybody, don't forget about the early game in the morning. Get your lineup set before that game starts if you have those players.
The game's probably already going on in Germany.
Huh?
It's probably already going on.
The game's not started yet.
I know. I'm kidding. 79.5 rushing yards for Kenneth Walker. Let's let the chat decide this one, or at least help. I like that. What about 0.5 TDs for Walker? I think he gets a touchdown. I mean, Tampa Bay. I know it's Tampa Bay. I think he gets a touchdown.
Yeah. Some of these that wasn't available when I did my pick.
Let's skip that one though. Let's skip that one because Tampa Bay's a tough enough matchup to where. Yeah,
Tampa Bay's a mess.
I don't want to touch that. Yeah, they are a mess. I don't want to touch that bet because I don't want to have anything to do with Kenneth Walker not scoring a touchdown. Let's go to Evans. Evans keeps.
Oh my God.
Evans keeps screwing me on this.
You're gonna regret that. They always say go by first instinct. Go with your gut instinct. How many times have you switched your mind on your gut instinct just to be, I should have stayed with my gut instinct?
All right, Ron, we'll do it. Fine. Okay, over on the touchdown. I'm gonna go over on the touchdown. Or what's the receptions? Because everybody's clowning on him pulling her passes. How many receptions? Do they have any kind of reception? Fantasy points? No. Oh, that's Gino.
Oh, Brian MC, I was just playing.
Hey, 2 receptions?
Yeah.
They could throw to him. He got 3 receptions last week. He had a 4th, but they called it back. Okay. Mike Evans, 68.5 points against Seattle. 5 receptions. I like that one.
Don't pick them all from the same team.
Smitty sounds nervous. FT, you sound nervous. You and your Niner theories, bro. I think you're just a Niner. He says I hate the Niner. I downplay the Niners offense. The Niners offense is loaded. You got a pea shooter, signal caller, bro. Diggs higher than 40, or Gabe Davis higher than 45.5 yards. Oh, Gabe Davis. That one keeps coming back to bite me.
Yeah, don't leave that alone because you don't know what Allen's going to do and he's injured. I'd leave all Buffalo alone for now.
ETN, 0.5 TD, so he scores a touchdown, he gets it. I like that. What about the 3 receptions for ETN? What's he been averaging? 2, 3,
I'd go with
1.
a 0.5 rushing TD.
Yeah, I like
0.5 rushing TD would be he's more apt to get that. You're safer to get that one than I think the 3 receptions.
Mahomes. I don't know if I like any of Mahomes'. They're pretty high predictions. Kelsey, 82 yards. I could see that not happening, I guess. Nick Chubb, 91.5 total yards. Miami, I think he should get 91.5 total yards.
He should.
Or 80.5 rushing. 80.5 rushing. That's pretty good. I want to go Nick Chubb on the over. I need to do one of unders. Tua, no TDs.
I'd leave that one alone.
Tyreek.
Anybody that's susceptible to injury, leave alone.
Tyreek touchdown?
Huh?
Tyreek 0.5 touchdowns. I like that.
Yeah, but Waddle also has the touchdowns, and Waddle actually has more touchdowns.
What
than
if we do?
Tariq has.
What if we do
Tariq
Waddle?
has the yardage, but Waddle has the touchdown.
What if we do Waddle and Tyreek 0.5
touchdown?
What if we do Waddle and Tyreek 0.5 over?
Okay, you do what you want, but I did Waddle instead of. I did Waddle.
Let's go back and just. I want to keep looking. I want to keep browsing.
If I did yardage, I'd do.
I don't want to check
Tyreek.
out yet. I don't want to check out yet. I feel like we're hearing over the intercom.
The store closing in 5 minutes. The store is closing in 5 minutes.
What?
What's the chat thing? Waddle or Hill has a better chance of getting touchdown tomorrow.
Waddle, I'm sure they're going to say Tyreek Hill, but I wonder if we should go Waddle and Hill both over 0.5 touchdowns. Just each of them to score one. Let's see. Does St. Brown have anything? 72.5 yards.
Ron disapproves. Travis says.
What?
I don't know. If you look at it over the year, Waddle has scored more touchdowns than Tariq Hill. But how many times have they both scored touchdowns? That's the thing. If you go both.
Thank you, Pyros. Appreciate you. I think a lot of people are liking them both. We're just a bunch of hungry fantasy.
Bro.
We're just a bunch of hungry fantasy mongers in here. Najee Harris. Every time I see his total, bro, I want to bet it, and then I remember he is not him. 44.5 yards. He's probably not getting that. Take the under.
I did a third one with I did pick Kenny Pickett to go passing yardage over.
Hey, what about 95.5 total yards for Damian Pierce? I like that one. Or 0.5 TDs, rushing and receiving TDs. 0.5 rushing and receiving TDs. I think Damian Pierce.
Yeah, but he has to have one of each.
No.
Isn't that how? Yeah, because it says rushing plus receiving.
It just means he needs to have.
Is that either or?
Yeah. It can't be.
I never picked that one. I never picked that one because I think he's got to get one of each.
Maybe he does.
I don't know. I always stay away from that one because I was like, okay, he's gonna get one or the other, but
because look at like the yardage one above. So Damian Pierce 95.5 rushing plus receiving yards. That doesn't require anything of the sort, just a combined total of 95.5 rushing receiving yards. So it would make sense that it's a combined total.
Maybe try it.
Yeah,
I'd like to.
They're basically sticking their finger in our face, saying he's not scoring a single touchdown. You can have rushing, you can have receiving, you can have kicking. You can have punt returning. You can have whatever you want. He's not scoring a touch. They're just basically waving a finger in our face and saying, I'm not taking that.
If it's either or, that's a good bet.
I'm not taking that double talk about Damian Pierce. That's double talk. Okay, so is this ticket look good, everybody? Kenny Walker, 0.5 TDs. That means he gets one TD. We win that. It's got to be one TD or more. ETN, 1 TD or more. Nick Chubb, 80.5 rushing yards or more. Or higher than that. Tyreek Hill, 1 TD. And Damian Pierce, 1 TD. Feels like a pretty good ticket to me. Does anybody disagree with any of these calls right here? The problem with going to our chat is they want all this to happen. So they're like, fire it up.
Yeah. We'll see. I picked Waddle. You picked Tariq. We'll see who's right.
Well, should I go back? Should I take Kenny Walker out against the Bucs and put Waddle and Tyreek in?
No. Kenny Walker. How do you take Kenny Walker out? You know he's going to score a touchdown.
Yeah. Well, I could put him in another one.
Well, you could. But you could also pick Tariq and Waddle in another one, too. Have them both in another one.
True. What's up, Raj? Raj, you can dial into the phone line, too, if you want to get on here. Okay.
Sunglasses.
All right. Let's just let's drop a 5 on this one, and then we'll just keep doing a bunch of them. Okay. Here it is. Next one up. Next one. Let's go with. Let's keep going down this list here. Barkley. Barkley's got to be in on this. Rushing TD. Barkley. 0.5. He's gonna score.
I picked that one too in one of mine.
You guys want my money one of the week? That's the one. Barkley 0.5 rushing TDs. Over. Drop it. Samuel.
And anybody that you just have to pick. You can pick a minimum of 2. It's a minimum of 2. You don't have to do all 5 picks. You can pick 2 if you want, or 3 or 4.
Hey.
If you feel more comfortable with that.
I'm smashing this 75.5 rushing yards for JT. Come back.
No.
Yeah.
He's a disappointment.
75.5, Ron. He's rushing for 75.5 rushing yards.
Ain't happening. Go under. Lower.
Nope.
Pick lower.
Nope. He's doing it. He's doing it live.
Oh, Lord.
Why don't you like that? Why didn't you like that?
I don't like it at all.
Okay, here we go. Aaron Rodgers. Do I take an under here? Is this my first under? Aaron Jones, 49. No, I'm not going to. 23.5 receiving yards. I think they throw to him a lot in this one, but Lazard, no. I'm going to get to the super chats in a minute, guys. Hang tight. I got them. I'll answer them in order in which they have been received. Eckler, 0.5 receiving TDs. What? Raj, this is against your Niners. Eckler's got to score a touchdown. He doesn't even have to rush it. He can receive it or rush it. Ron, I'm pretty sure this is it.
That should be a good game. Eckler and CMC, the two most dynamic running, catching backs in the NFL.
Yeah, let's go to okay, rushing TD. Let's go over on CMC. They're gonna take turns. And then, you got to think Debo, 53.5 yards is not a lot of yards for Debo. That would be a very disappointing day, kind of like we're predicting that he could be up and down because of the presence of CMC. This is basically saying he's going to have a bad day, 53.5 yards.
Hey, go back to CMC.
I might take Debo on the over on that. Yeah.
Go back to CMC.
I'm there.
Oh, it's not caught up yet. We're delayed. I don't see it yet.
Andrew with a $20 hauler. $20 haulers get handled immediately and get a standing ovation. And Andrew is going to say something that's going to please Ron Navy's ears. That's for sure. He says, go back and change your JT to lower. He hasn't done it once this year. Save your money. Make it lower. He's coming off injury too. You know what, Andrew? I'm using your 20 and I'm putting it on the over. And I appreciate you. Thank you, Andrew.
Oh, Andrew, throwing your money down the drain.
I'm going to throw Andrews down the drain too.
And he's taking your 20 and he's lighting it on fire.
I'm gonna play with the house's money. Andrew, appreciate you funding my bad call here.
Oh my Lord!
Hey, am I wrong on this Debo one? Over 53.5 yards. That's a bad game. Like that's us predicting Debo's gonna be spotty. I think I go over on this. He can do that one catch.
I'd leave Debo alone.
Andrew, appreciate you.
I'd leave Debo alone, but I think you can come back. I want you to come back and say, I told you all so, JT over, but I don't see it happening.
Yeah, Juwan Jennings, me and Raj have a bet on Juwan Jennings. Look, Raj, they wouldn't even dare put a touchdown one on it because he doesn't catch touchdowns. I bet Raj, if Juwan Jennings has to have 6 TDs or more on the year, or he buys me a jersey of choice.
I remember that.
And Juwan Jennings has 0 TDs, so Raj has got an uphill climb. I don't know, which should my jersey be? Should it be a Kenneth Walker? That'd be a pretty dope one.
Yeah, Kenny Walker would be a nice one.
Oh, Jalen Hurts. There's no they don't want to mess around with the rushing TDs. They don't even have it on here.
Mm-mm. But he hasn't had one in the last couple of games, though. That's the funny thing about that, though.
I'm going. Does anybody object to this over 53.5 Debo Samuel yardage? That's really low. Tony wants a mashed potato. What?
Where are they playing?
This is in San Fran.
Is his health good now? I mean, he's had plenty of time to rest. So
yeah, he should be good. Raj, I know Raj is going to be biased here, but Raj, you think it's going to be the over? Call in if you want, Raj.
Debo should make that.
Only Raj calling right now. Raj, call in real quick.
What would suck as far as CMC goes is we got a receiving touchdowns instead of rushing touchdown. That would concern me.
For who?
For CMC, you got him as a rushing touchdown, but what would concern me is if he gets a receiving touchdown, because he can get a receiving touchdown just as easily as he can get a rushing touchdown.
That's true. Debo is a stud.
Maybe
man.
He gets both, but
FT, everything you say is about the Niners, bro. You clearly, we appreciate you, FT, but you're very, very slanted opinion. But hey, you're here, and I appreciate you being here. I don't care if you're slanted or not. You're here giving your opinion, and I appreciate that. Let's go over on this one. Debo Samuel over 50. There we go. We'll keep doing these $5 haulers on them.
All right.
That's good. Okay, let me real quickly.
Joey said, I think a Juke and CMC are the ones to go over.
A Juke? Ron, you crack me up, man. I love the way you say some player names. It's unreal. Golf, a Juke. There's no one like you, Ron. You're one of one.
I am. I am.
I juke.
I juke.
I'll juke you. I'll juke you left. I'll juke you right.
It's like a sneeze. A juke.
All right. Let's see here. All right. Let's do this again.
I'm just really trying to get Raj to call in so he can correct me.
Yeah, maybe he's trying to call in. I don't know. Is he saying he's trying? I haven't been looking over in the corner here. Raj, I'll be looking for you. I can't find a juke. How do you spell it? AJUKE?
I love watching Raj on his shows on IG.
We're gonna scroll through these names and you pronounce them, okay? Noah Fant.
Noah Fant.
There you go. Who was the other one? It's golf. You say golf instead of golf, and
golf.
You juke instead of Ayuk, and then who's the other one? There's another really, really good one. Let me see if I can find it. If I see it.
I can't remember.
I don't know. All right, let's see here. JJ 85.5 yards. That's too high to mess with, I think. I mean, he could have that. Diggs 79.5. I kind of feel like with Josh Allen likely to play, I feel like he should get that. But what if they run the ball a lot?
Here's the thing with JJ. Because Buffalo's, their back end isn't that great. They've lost a lot of their back end. So if Cousins can get him the ball in the open, JJ's going to go off. It all depends on if Minnesota can protect Cousins enough to give him enough time to get the ball out.
They protect their back end. It'll be great. Okay. Diggs 79.5. We liking that?
The Diggs?
Yeah, Diggs 75.9. We liking that? Guys, Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty. They'll match up to $100 in your first deposit. Link is pinned in the live chat. The link is in the description. Join us with this. You can do this with us. They'll match up to $100 in your first deposit. Yeah, Diggs 79.5 yards. Do you like that over?
Can Case Keenum throw that far?
Well, can Josh Allen?
Yeah, before his arm wears out.
ETN, God, they have a lot of 105.5 total yards for ETN. They're giving him mad respect. I love it. Look at that, 105.5, and it's still hard to take it because it's such a high number. But man, that's great respect.
Yeah, they're playing KC.
That's great. That's
in KC.
That's how you respect somebody right there.
I don't trust Trevor Lawrence as far as the passing stuff goes.
Kelsey 82.5. That's not bad.
I'd actually take the under on Kirk.
Under on Kirk?
Yeah, I mean, if you were going to choose, I'd take the under on Kirk.
Christian Kirk or?
Yeah, Christian Kirk.
For yardage?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm just trying to figure out what you're saying.
I don't think he gets that.
43, 240.
If you look at it, you know, as long as ETN's been going off, Kirk's yardage numbers have dropped way, way down. He might get the short touchdown pass here and there, but yardage, he's not getting yardage for nothing.
Yeah, 265, 232, 175. All right, we'll go under on that. Dalvin Cook. I think I'll stay away from that. JJ, I'm going to stay away from JJ. 45. I'm going to stay away from Gabe Davis. But you know what? Gosh, dang it.
What do they got for Cousins yardage pass?
I still want to go higher on Gabe Davis, 45.5.
Ugh. Well, this might be the week he does it. He's had 2 bad weeks.
And they've been. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is on Gabe Davis. He's a great buy low this week. Let's let it ride. Christian Kirk, 67.5 yards over. That's not too bad.
What are they showing anything for Pollard?
I haven't seen Dallas yet. Chubb, I'm gonna go. I hate to put all my eggs in. I kind of want to do different. What's Tua's rushing yardage? 19, 15, 0.
Nick Chubb's bet usually a pretty good bet. I mean, he has consistently gotten over 100-yard games most of the year.
Is Raj trying to call? Raj, let me know when you're trying to call. What about Tua? 6.5 rushing yards. That's kind of a tough one because like he has 19, 15, and then 0.
Yeah.
I feel like
those are bad. Those aren't usually good bets.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Tyreek Hill.
Hey, everybody that's you think Brady's going to do good, he's got a lot of stuff on his mind. I mean, he just lost millions and millions of dollars with that FTX stuff. So not only is he going through a divorce, they just lost a fortune in money. You think he's not going to be affected by that playing the game of football? Think twice if you're planning on playing him and for his mind to be totally in the game. I'm not playing him.
Yeah. Yeah, Ron Navy's.
That's just a lot. You lose that much, millions and millions of dollars. My mind wouldn't be in playing football.
Apparently, he lost some coin on the FTX stuff. Says Ron Navy. I haven't. Chris Olave 63.5 yards. I like that one. Taysom
Olave's a good bet against Pittsburgh. Fitzpatrick's not playing. Fitzpatrick's out for this Pittsburgh defense. Watt's coming back, but Fitzpatrick, who plays the back end, is going to be out.
You're live on the Fantasy Football Show with Ron Navy and Smitty. Who is this?
Hey, Smitty, this is Austin.
What's up, Austin?
Hey, I just have one quick question. Godwin or Lazard?
I go Godwin. I mean, anything can happen with that, though, bro.
Yeah, because I know the Seattle's defense, I think they give up one of the fewest points to wide receivers, and I know Lazard, he's like the only receiver, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're going against the Dallas defense, which is really good.
Dallas eats people like Lazard up for breakfast, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, you think Diggs might be shadowing?
I don't think anybody's like, oh, we got to shut down. Like, I mean, maybe we'll see, but I just know that defense is going to make plays, and you know, I just don't feel like he's a great play. But you know, anything
they'll
can
probably
happen.
Control the time of possession too, probably.
Yeah, anything can happen. What do you think about this contest we're doing here? Kirk Cousins 243.5 passing yards under. That's the only under I have. Gabe Davis over 45.5 yards. Amon-Ra over 72.5 yards. Olave over 63.5 yards. And Dameon Pierce, all he's got to do is score a rushing or a receiving touchdown. That's money in the bag right there.
Right. That's all day.
The only one I don't know about is the Cousins under, but I'm trusting Ron. Ron Navy.
That's the only one.
Yeah. Hey, Austin, Texas.
What's that? I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you.
I said, are you in Texas?
No. No. Wisconsin.
Just messing.
All right, broski.
I get that a lot.
I appreciate you.
Smitty thought that was something.
All right, man. Thank you.
Yeah, later, man.
All right, I appreciate it, Smitty.
Yeah, appreciate you. Ron Navy, anything else? I got to get to these super chats. Tony Pollard or Jeff Wilson? I'm going to go Tony Pollard, but Jeff Wilson's a pretty good start.
Yeah, you didn't find Pollard though. Was wondering what the thing on Pollard was.
I didn't see Pollard. Hold on.
Get your super chats done.
Let me see.
Get to him.
Let me see if Pollard's here. Hold on. Yeah, I do like Pollard. I'll be pretty disappointed if I missed him, but I have a feeling they didn't have it. Maybe they don't have that game.
Green Bay and is it a night game?
Oh, maybe they do. Hold on. Yeah, there it is. Pollard. So Dak. They don't have Pollard. They don't have any Pollard. Nothing, bro.
Really?
Yeah. You know what that means? That means they don't want to mess with it. They don't want to mess with that fire. It's
no.
Pollard season. You heard it here. They don't have any Pollard. It goes straight past them. They don't have him on the board.
They might put him on later. They might put him on tomorrow morning.
Oh, I know why. Yeah, because they're waiting on Zeke. Once they know what is going on with Zeke, they took it off. I bet you that a lot of people, they probably had a really low number, and people were piling on the over because they're expecting Zeke to play because Zeke was supposed to come back, and then now it's been dialed back. I bet they lost a lot of confidence in that number that was up. Man, but I mean, they took him off the board, people. That means it's Pollard season, potentially.
Pollard.
All right, Ron Navy, appreciate it. Appreciate you, man.
All right, we'll catch you. We'll catch you.
Yep. See ya.
Good luck with your picks, bro.
Yeah. You too. Later.
Yeah, later.
Ron Navy. Everybody drop a Ron Navy super chat or super chat. Everybody drop a Ron Navy emoji. HB says, you think I can win with my 5-4 10 team? Herbert, Henry, JT, Diggs, AJ Brown. I think I already got to this one. Yeah, you Pierce on the bench or something, right? Yeah, a fantastic team. I already broke that one down. I like that a lot. $10 hauler from you, my guy. Thank you very much. Next question is from Carter. Carter says, drop Dak for Watson. I think I already answered that one. Keep Dak. If it's me, I keep Dak. Can't trust Watson right now, bro. Everyone I played had high weeks. Oh, I already answered that one. Pick one. Knox, Melvin Gordon, Landry, Julio Jones, Tony. Probably Tony. I roll the dice on Tony. It's a risk. Understand and know the risk. Ayuk or Ayuk. Ayukin. Schultz get St. Brown. Ayuk, Schultz get St. Brown. Smash. Absolute smash. And in fact, that's a got him of the night.
Got him.
You were off for sex. You were trade off for sex.
And when I say a trade-off for sex, I mean his trade-off for suck for him, because you got him, broski. So congrats on that. Nice work. Nice work, David. David doing work. Ayuk and Schultz and got St. Brown, the sun god. He doesn't have a nickname like the sun god for nothing. His grandma and mom didn't concoct that name so he could go out there and lay an egg week after week. He's going out there to create fire, and that's why they call him the sun god. Play Colt if Kyler is out. Russell Wilson. God, you guys with your abbreviations. You're lucky I know how to read this by now. RW. RW Denv. Joe. RW Denv is my other QB. Who the heck? Russell Wilson, Denver. Thank God I speak this language. RW Denv. Put an RW Denv. Like out of all the letters you decide to use, why not just write Wilson? W-I space L-S-O-N 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're both 7 letters or characters. Wilson or W R-W space Denv. They're both 7 characters, bro. Is my other QB. I'm going R-W Denv. Or just put unlimited. Just put unlimited. Joe, appreciate you, my guy. Let's send you to the moon for your patience.
To the moon.
And your ability to absorb what I'm throwing down. Because I know I can be a little abrasive. Joseph, thank you. Faith dropping a super chat. Gino, Walker, Pierce, Stevenson, JJ, Tyreek, Andrews. Man. Lave. Who's Lily? Who's Lily? Still fire. All of them are fire. Put Lily in. Godwin. Rashad White. I can trade for Tua or Dak. Does that upgrade enough? Yeah. What are we trading though? Godwin. Rashad White. I can trade for Tua or Dak. Does that upgrade enough? Who do I trade? I would probably trade Godwin for Tua in this situation. I don't know who Lily is. Maybe Dilly. AJ Dillon. Dilly. That's got to be Dilly. Dilly or Likely? Probably Likely. Yeah. I don't know. Probably Likely. I'd imagine that's likely. I think that's going to be likely, bro. It's likely to be likely. Smitty could break the Zodiac codes. Maybe, bro. Sometimes I don't see it straight in front of my face, though. You know, like the Johnny T one threw me for a loop yesterday. You know, if anybody's new to the chat, you tell me what you think this means. Because I was thrown for a loop. Johnny T. I've never seen that one before. I couldn't for the life of me figure out who that was. I'm like, Johnny T. I've never seen this one before. Who's Johnny T? It's Jonathan Taylor. And I absolutely love the nickname, and I think we're using it go forward. And Ron Navy, how dare you talk about Johnny T like that? Look down at the board, Ron Navy. Look down at the board. This is what you're getting used to right here. Johnny T. Johnny T is going to drop fire in Week 10. And you're going to say, Smitty, you were right. Johnny T looks amazing. He should have a T on his chest because he's a superhero and he's bouncing back. So let's take Johnny T to the moon, shall we? Let's have a day. Godwin for Tua. I would do that. I don't know about Dak. Godwin for Tua. You don't really have any other situation that I feel comfortable with. The only problem is, yeah, I'm okay with that. Godwin for Tua. You still got Olave. You still got Tyreek. I would take Tua. Johnny T, baby. Johnny T to the moon. Let's get it. Let's do it live. Johnny T is a part of the brand. Okay. Faith, appreciate you. I like Tua. I didn't like it. Look at the glasses. I kept them. I'm a man of my word. I wasn't going to throw these away just to try and hide the fact that I didn't love Tua at the beginning of the year. I'm on board, bro. I'm on board. I love Mike McDaniel. He's doing numbers. Miami Mike knows what he's doing. $10 hauler.
To the moon.
That's what I meant to do. So glad my cameras are back. I felt just, I didn't feel free. Smitty, this is the offer in my league. T-Law, Mixon, Walker, Debo, Gabe Davis, Tyler, Higbee. Flex is Pittman. Bench is London. Daniel Jones, I'm 4 and 5. What am I doing here? Let me text Raj real quick. See if Raj wants to dial in. Let's see, 602. Okay. So this question here, Smitty, this is my other league. I have T-Law, Mixon, Kenneth Walker, Debo, Gabe Davis, Tyler Higbee, Flex, Pittman. Bench is London, Cooks, Hubbard. I don't know what you should do here. I think your team's pretty good. I would consider selling high on Mixon and getting 2 players. Because I feel like right now Mixon can get you an ETN and something. I believe you can do that. Mixon's very highly ranked right now. And I don't mind selling him into 2 players. I don't mind that at all. I especially wouldn't mind if you could get Andrews and a running back like Stevenson or something like that. Past that, bro, Walker, Debo, Mixon, it's a good enough team. I just feel like with T-Law there, instead of, if you had like a different quarterback, if you had like Lamar, it'd be the difference maker for this team. And I don't think you can trade any of that. You're live in the Fantasy Football Show. Who's this?
Yo, this is Rod from RSF 49ers. What's up, Smitty?
What's up, my guy? Appreciate you calling in, broski.
Of course, man. How you doing?
I'm good. We're just answering some of these super chats, and we're doing some over-unders on Underdog, and there was a Debo Samuel one, which was, I thought, a phenomenal one. And I'm definitely one that thinks Debo's going to be affected fantasy-wise by the presence of CMC. First of all, do you feel that that's true? Like, don't you feel like his rushing attempts have to go down, and therefore is inconsistent. Jimmy G could be effective, but as inconsistent as he is, and his inability to like be like a 350-yard passer, like if Debo's not getting the same amount of work on the ground, and he probably isn't, like how can he be the same player he was last year?
Well, yeah, I agree in the sense where Debo's not going to be the running back that we saw him last year, the wide back, right? Last year, out of necessity, they created this wide back role, and he took over, and he took off, right? Elijah Mitchell went down. They had everybody injured in the backfield. So Debo came in, and he went crazy on him. And now they got CMC, who's such a dynamic, pass-catching running back. He's kind of like the wide back running back, kind of, wide receiver / running back type guy as well. So he's going to get a lot of carries. Elijah Mitchell's coming back. Now, I don't know how many carries Mitchell's going to get because he's coming off an MCL sprain. They'll probably be pretty cautious with him, maybe 12 carries at most. But at the end of the day, you're right. The thing is, the common denominator, Jimmy Garoppolo. He's not a guy that's going to throw 300-400 yards a game. Game manager, they're going to run the ball. They're going to get the ball into playmakers' hands and try to get the ball out quick. CMC, Debo, Ayuk, Kittle, there's so many weapons there. If he throws for 220, how many of that is going to go to Debo, especially with Ayuk stepping up? I still think Debo's going to have an effective second half because I think a lot of people are forgetting about Debo. He did have a quiet first half. We're going to be honest. He did have a quiet first half, but I do think that Debo Samuel will have some games where, okay, that's Debo, because I still think he paces the offense. Kyle's going to have to figure out ways to get him the ball. He's getting paid $71 million. They're not going to have to just let him sit around, so they are going to have to find ways to get him involved. But with so many mouths to feed, I do agree with you, Smitty, that, his outlook is definitely way, way, way less compared to what it was last year. But I still think second half, Debo's going to be a lot better than what he was in the first half. I actually think he's going to be really good in Sunday Night Football. He might get a touchdown. And again, too, primetime players, they step up at primetime games. Like, I feel Debo's going to have, like, a big moment tomorrow and have a touchdown. I think he's going to score the first touchdown for the Niners.
You know what?
But again, I do think that his rushing yards will definitely be way down compared to last year. But he does have an incentive in his contract, so he's going to try to at least get 300 yards rushing.
Yeah, so I think this is how I feel Debo, how this sums up Debo in my opinion. I think that he was number one in the league last year in yards per catch. He was, I think, number 2 in yak yards, or number 1 or number 2 in yak yards. So the guy knows how to be efficient. And I think that it's going to be limited opportunities, which is ultimately going to lead into a dip of production. But it's going to be like every other game, he's going to have a 60-yard touchdown play. And so that's going to help you during those weeks. Like, all it takes is one catch that he's going to take house, and he has an 80, 90-yard game. So I do agree that
the 5-yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. He can take a 5-yard play and make it like 70 yards. So he's good for a few of those this year, but he's not going to like string together like big play after big play. He's got to do it, like you said, a very efficiently, where he gets like this big yak play.
Yeah.
That's his big play of the game. He's not going to do a lot of like volume.
Yeah, Mr. TD kind of summed it up good. TD or bust for Debo. I think that probably in general will be the feel for not Niner fans, but for fantasy fans. It'll be like, if he doesn't get a TD, I don't think he's getting monster receiving yardage or total yardage games anymore. It's going to be 4 catches for 90 yards and a touchdown, or it's going to be 4 catches for 40 yards. His over-under number is 53.5 receiving yards. He's got to get over 53.5 receiving yards, right?
I think so, but the problem is so many mouths to feed, and you got Brandon Ayuk, who's really, on the upswing. But 53 yards on Sunday Night Football, and he's a primetime player. You expect him to get more than that.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got to get.
He's getting paid $71 million.
The great thing about Debo is it's not in a way, like, you know how I say Jimmy G can only give the football to so many people. In a way, it's kind of nice though that when he does get the ball, it's not up to Jimmy G. It's like a 1 yard pass or a negative 1 yard pass to Debo, and then half the time Debo gets the ball and then gets to say, "Now it's in my hands. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna move this football down the field." So I do agree with you. I think that So, like, it's kind of nice that Debo controls his own destiny, whereas Ayuk is going to have to rely upon Jimmy G to thread the needle. So I kind of like that a little better than I don't think Ayuk's going to be valuable in fantasy at all going forward. I think he'll have a huge game on someone's bench, and then if they play him, he's going to get you nothing. Like, he's not. You can't trust him in fantasy.
Well, that's the thing, because again, Jimmy, he's one of those guys. He's not going to give you those 300-yard games. He's not going to do a lot. So it's going to be one guy every week that's like takes the offense and stands out, and has the bulk of the yards and stuff. He's going to spread it a little bit, but not enough. And but Ayuk has had some games these last couple of weeks. 3 straight games of 80 yards, at least 80 yards in the game. He's got 3 touchdowns, so he's kind of coming around and getting chemistry. But with what you're saying is very true, because you can't rely on Ayuk to go out there and have 100 yards and big time production, because you are limited by what Jimmy's going to do. And someday he might not just see him, because Ayuk is open all the time. He's cooking up the cornerbacks. He's running great routes. But can Jimmy see him and get him the ball consistently? It's hard to see that now, especially with CMC. CMC's that check down option. He's a safe option. I think Jimmy's going to get really comfortable with him, and CMC's that safety type guy, and he's going to be like, oh god, CMC's open on the flat. He's open on the check down. He's open on the check down, and I think that's going to be the guy that you really want. PPR, I think he's going to get a lot of little jump off passes.
I'm so worried about CMC getting hurt. Like, here's the thing: is I'm so excited about how much Shanahan's going to use him, because we weren't sure how Shanny was gonna, was Shanny gonna be stubborn and say, if I prove that CMC is the reason we're gonna win, then it's gonna kind of like devalue what I've done all year, and that I can't do it without CMC. So part of me wondered how he would use CMC. I really didn't know, but the fact that he was so excited to talk about using him and how talented he was, and so I'm sold that Shanahan wants to abuse this man and make him, a monster fantasy football producer. I really do believe that he will be overutilized. I just hope he doesn't overutilize him with carries, and he gives him a hefty dose of both passing and the problem is some of the checkdowns are kind of treated like rushing attempts in terms of the hits he's going to take in the path, the course of, his path to the end zone, or to a first down, or to the A gap, or the whatever. He's going to be put in similar situations that he would be if he's running the football. But I don't know. I'm very worried, because Shanahan's notorious for breaking his running backs, and I don't know what it is. I've asked you before, but everybody here hasn't heard your answer, and maybe you've got a new answer. But you can't just say it's bad luck. You can't just say it's football, people get hurt. I hate when people say that when I ask this question. But why is your entire running back room always injured? What about this team, the system, the scheme, the practices, the whatever? What about it made every single one of your 7 running backs injured last year, and you were reliant on Debo Samuel becoming not your wide back? He became your running back for a string of games. What make me feel like, try and calm my nervousness when it comes to CMC's usage and the likelihood of a potential injury under a Shanahan
Well,
regime.
I mean, I can't calm it all the way down, because I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a little worried myself as a Niner fan. I've seen this so many times. I get PTSD, like I sit there, I see news updates, and usually it's like injury update, and I'm like, oh man. But lately it's been positive. They're getting players back, and that's very, very positive for Niner fans, right? We're getting a lot of players back. But the thing of the matter is with the Niners, and this is kind of under Kyle Shanahan's regime, they were a very physical team. They're a physical, hit you in the mouth, bully type team. They're the yak guys, right? We just talked about how they're that yards after catch. They're so hard to tackle. They don't want to be tackled. They want to tackle you, right? But that style of play is very hard to sustain, right? Running the ball, we've talked about this before. When you run the ball, running backs, they have the shortest shelf life out of these football players, right, in the NFL. So if all your guys are running the ball and getting those short little plays, like you said, in the flats and in the gaps and getting hit and getting tackled first or getting tackled a lot, that adds up. That sustainability, like to sustain the ability to take those hits, it's hard, man. And no matter how you slice it, if you're a physical run-first team, it can lead to injuries. And again, the team practices hard, they play hard. It's just, I think that's what it is. It's just a physical, mindset that these players have. And again, if you play this team in the playoffs, you don't want to, because they're going to hit you in the mouth. They're going to come out and be so strong. That's why the Niners are feared when it comes to that January football. It's cold, you're sore, you get hit in the mouth, the Niners are going to bloody you up, right? But the other side of that is I've seen practices firsthand. I've been a training camp, and I kind of heard it around the league. Like, the Niners just don't stretch a lot. I really feel
weird.
They kind of lack that stretching.
How do you not stretch?
They just get right in. Oh, they get right into their installments, their training. They stretch for like the bare minimum, and then they go right into their drills. It's like, I feel like they should spend a little bit more time on the stretching, because that will help prevent, soft tissue injuries. And I've heard other teams, certain players who went to other teams have kind of said, they work on player safety. They do a little bit different training methods. They stretch a little bit more. Kendrick Bourne, Duklowski Tart, they've talked about this on other teams.
Bro,
the Niners practice hard and they play hard.
Can you imagine if it was that simple? They don't stretch. Can you imagine if someone audited this situation, which I feel like somebody should? Like, why are they getting so hurt? Let's take a look, deep dive into this, and have somebody come in and just like pick through everything, try and look at like data and say, okay, well, the one outlier is you guys stretch for 8 minutes, and Smitty goes on a live stream and I stretch for 35 right before I go on a live stream. I'm sitting in here for 35 minutes. I'm getting ready, doing my jumping jacks. I come onto my live stream more prepared. But what I think might happen is CMC, he's a special individual, and I bet you he's a specimen. He takes care of himself differently. I bet you anything he doesn't go by someone else's stretching. He probably
he's like both. To me, he's like a Nick Bosa type guy.
Yeah.
He's very hot. His muscles are just, you can see it. He's like a clean physical structure, just like Nick Bosa on the defensive side of it.
But
they're wired differently. Their bodies are built so differently. I think he's going to do what it takes to help himself. Train, and he's going to do his own thing. He's going to make sure he's prepared.
Hopefully,
more than
because I worry about
training stuff. So one thing I will say though with CMC. I know you think that Kyle's going to give him that high volume. I mean, that's definitely a possibility because he's going to get so happy with, oh my God, I have this weapon, I got to use it. And he's going to overuse it. But I do think that with all the weapons there, I mean, you have Kittle, you have Ayuk, you have Debo, you have Elijah Mitchell. I think it should help them realize, we can't just run this one man to the ground like they did in Carolina. And I think because of that, he won't get too many carries. I don't think they'll overwork him. I mean, there is a possibility because Kyle could just fall in love with him and say, oh my God, I have to keep getting him the ball. There is that possibility. But with so many people wanting the ball, like Debo Samuel, the man's got incentives in his contract. He's getting paid tons of money. I think he's going to go up to Kyle and say, hey, look, just make sure I get my bread too, my snaps too. So I think because you have Debo there and everybody else, they will kind of cut back on the usage of
last this is a super chat question, and I'll direct it toward you, and then I probably have to jump because I got to get these super chats out of the way. Andrew, thank you, Andrew, for the $20 hauler. Appreciate you, my guy. Andrew wants to know. Andrew says, so what does this mean for Eli Mitchell? What's his value then? Question for both of you. Is he higher value because of injuries, or is he just who knows? I think I'll answer this and I'll let Raj take it. I'll say in fantasy football, he's a cuff. He's the same value as any other elite cuff in the fantasy football space. He is an elite handcuff. I think what happens is when a player goes from a starter to a bench player like that, you get an initial kick to the nads in terms of you own this guy and now he's garbage to you. So you're just going to treat him. You aren't able to adjust your mindset. He is as good as any handcuff in the entire National Football League. He's as good or better than Madison. He's what Tony Pollard's been sitting there waiting. You know, like, we don't wish injury upon CMC, but like if he went down, Mitchell would return to immediate running, very nice running back 2 value, like high end running back 2 value in fantasy.
Yeah, I agree with that, Smitty. So I don't think his value is too high right now. He's definitely a tough, but with Shanahan, he is going to rotate players, right? Because that's just the way he does it. And in 2019, prime example, he had Raheem Mostert, Jeff Wilson, and Matt Breida, and they were all, and also Colton, right? You had all these guys, and that's what Shanahan does. He rotates them. But you got to remember, Elijah Mitchell has had a lot of injuries in his short career, and they don't want to overuse him. And now that he's coming back from an MCL sprain and he's at Cup, I wouldn't expect him to go too crazy over the next game or two. You know, temporary expectations. I know that, like, the hype is there. Oh, man, Mitchell and CMC, that backfield could be so fun. First game back from an MCL sprain, he's going to get those outside zone runs. Like, he might hit that hole, and it might be there, and he'll pop off a few big runs, and it's going to be nice. But I don't see Elijah Mitchell getting more than 10 to 12 carries this week. 12 would be, like, a lot coming off an MCL sprain. So I think maybe 8 to 10 range. If he breaks off a few nice ones, that's great. But I think CMC right now is your running back 1, and he's going to get about 20 touches, you know, some catches, some runs there. And also, you got to realize, CMC just came off of a 3-touchdown NFC Player of the Week performance 2 weeks ago. I mean, they're not going to slow him down. This is going to be the 3rd game. He's had the extra week to prepare. CMC is going to be unleashed even more. With Debo Samuel in the backfield and you know, healthy, I don't think you're going to see too much of Elijah Mitchell this week and even next week. But definitely a great cup, because if anything does happen to CMC, Elijah Mitchell will be taken off. But we don't want any injuries. Hopefully everybody stays healthy. But yeah, I don't see huge value right off the bat for Elijah Mitchell.
All right, last prediction, and then I'm going to let you jump, Raj. Give me a stat total prediction for CMC. How many rushing yards, how many receiving yards, how many touchdowns?
Oh, man, I think the Niners can run all over the Chargers. They're allowing 5.7 yards per carry. They're the 29th rush defense in the league. So I think CMC might go crazy. I'm going to say 92 yards rushing. I'm going to say 34 yards receiving. He's going to get a touchdown at least.
Gotcha. All right, Raj. Go follow Raj, RSF 49ers on Instagram, and then search him on YouTube, or go to youtube.com/RSF 49ers.
Twitter too, baby.
Yep. All right. Appreciate you, Raj.
I appreciate you, Smitty. Have a good night. Keep grinding. You the GOAT. Smitty
Yes,
is
sir.
the man, the GOAT, the legend. This is why he's the GOAT.
Yes,
Love
sir.
you, Smitty. Have a good night.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Let's get to these super chats, and then we'll open the phone lines again. Phone lines are closed for the moment, okay? Charles asked this question. He's a YouTube exclusive member. Charles, thank you for this question. Sorry about the wait. 0.5 PPR need your help. I have Fields, Swift, Kamara, Patterson, Waddle, Devontae Smith, Pitts, ETN, and Mooney on the bench. Would you start Mooney over Devontae Smith? Probably. I think with Fields coming into his own a little bit, I do like Mooney a little bit better. But, man, Devontae Smith's going to give you one great game out of 4, and you just don't know when it's going to be. And I hate to say sit him, but I do like him. But until he proves, he's back consistently, I just can't. I can't pass up on the opportunity to run Mooney out there. I really like Mooney. I think as Fields is developing, he's going to be definitely a good play. Okay, so what does this mean for... Oh, I already got that one. Thank you for that $20 holler. Let me get to these other super chats here, and then we'll clear this off the plate, and then we'll start taking the phone calls. So appreciate you all dropping the super chats. This one's from Evan. Evan, this is a $10 holler.
To the moon.
Evan, to the moon on this one. All moon shots are given, or all $10 hollers are given moon shots. I traded Palmer and Drake for Chubb. Palmer and Drake for Chubb. No, you didn't. No, you did. I'm calling cap. Bro. How could you trade Palmer and Drake for Chubb? 10-man league PPR. My roster before the trade hurt CMC, Mixon, JJ, Amon-Ra, Pitts, Juju, Palmer. Any more trade thoughts? I mean, if we're talking about that at that cost, why don't you try trading Michael Carter for Devontae Adams? Why don't you try trading maybe Likely for Travis Kelce? I think those moves might help you. How you trading Nick? How you getting Nick Chubb for Drake and Palmer? If there's no veto process in a league, I think I'd still get vetoed. Unbelievable. I guess we'll put you as the high super or the sorcerer of the day on that one. I mean, how do we not? I mean, I don't think anybody's beating you tonight.
The sorcerer of the day is Magic Man.
I don't think anybody can top that, probably in the history of mankind. So, sorcerer of the day is Evan. You got Nick Chubb for Drake and Palmer.
Got him.
So, here's the problem, Evan. Evan, first of all, appreciate your super chat. But number one, it's almost like that doesn't count. That's like so bad that it doesn't count. You know what I mean? Like if you were to work somebody over on a trade and everyone's like, that's an amazing, great job. But like, this is so bad. It's like this person was unconscious or something, you know, or you just went up to sweet grandma and grandma's in the league and you said, Grammy, please. And she, oh, you can have anything you want, Sonny. Pick it out and just hit execute. Like this one's almost so bad that it's hard to get credit for. Evan, unbelievable. That person should not be allowed to play fantasy football ever again. Any league that there should be some kind of like wanted a bulletin board somewhere in the fantasy football industry. Look out for this owner. Don't allow him in your league. He'll completely single-handedly destroy your league. And that every fantasy league manager out there would know to avoid this guy because he's an absolute disaster to get in your league. He'll ruin your league, completely decimate it. The new Mac product, the iJuke. Appreciate you. Mark dropping a $5 hauler. Need top 3. Samuel, Cooper, Palmer, Olave, Pittman, Dylan play as a flex. I'm going to say Olave. Need top 3. Olave. I mean, I assume that's Curtis Samuel. If it's Debo Samuel, then of course. If it's not, then it would be a lot. So it'd be Debo, Olave, and probably Cooper in that order. If that's not Debo Samuel, I'm going Olave, Cooper, and Palmer. Kyron or Warren? I'd rather have Kyron right now. He's actually going to play. And I'd rather have Kyron overall. I'd rather have Pittman probably out of all those players, but Kyron second if I'm ranking those. Mark, appreciate your super chat. Jack, Brady or Lawrence, Hollins, Cooks or Higbee. Give me Cooks and what's Cooks? What's the prognosis on Cooks? What's going on with Cooks right now? What's the mental state of Cooks right now? What's he thinking? Is he about to pull an AB and just take his jersey off and walk off the field? I don't even know what the status is for him walking into this week. He's so upset. I don't blame him. Made the road trip and is expected to suit up. If we're being honest, we would list Cooks' injury designation as upset. Yeah, his wrist was kind of a farce. I think he's trying to get traded. I'd probably say, man, last time he played 73 yards, 40. I'd probably say Hollins is safer until we know what's going on with Cooks, but I think Brady's who I'd roll with at quarterback. I kind of feel like Brady's going to have a bounce back. Like Ron Navy said, he's going through a lot emotionally right now. Still Olave over JT. Still, I don't know. Did I say that earlier in the week before we knew JT was, I don't know how long ago you asked this. I'd probably say JT. Maybe that was last night. That's tough. Chat, what are we doing here? Olave or JT? I'm kind of leaning in PPR. Maybe you do lean. Maybe that's what we were talking about last night. Lean in PPR. Olave might be safer in PPR. That's probably the determination we came to last night. That's probably why we like JT's your initial reaction, but when you sulk on it for a while, you start to really like understand that okay, JT hasn't done it yet. I know what Ron Navy's gonna say. Ron Navy's gonna say stay away from JT. I'd be tempted here, but at the end of the day, I think what I said last night probably is correct. In PPR, I'm going Olave. If it's non-PPR, go JT. If it's 0.5 PPR, I lean even Steven, maybe JT. I just want you to have JT on the roster this week. I'm not going to sit Olave, but I don't know if there's another move to make here. Probably not. I'm sure you've got ETN and Walker or something, and you can't make this move. So I get it. Johnny T to Uranus. Planet Uranus. Johnny T.
And off he goes to the planet known.
No, he doesn't. He made a little detour to the moon, Ron Navy. I'm sorry about that, sir. I'm sorry about that, buddy boy. Not on my watch. Not on my watch, Ron Navy. We detoured his shuttle straight over to the moon. At least the moon. I'm feeling good about JT. Johnny T is going to have a day. What's good, Smitty? Need two. Swift, Pollard, or Aaron Jones? I probably go Aaron Jones and No, go Swift and Pollard. Aaron Jones, tough matchup. Also been banged up. Thank you. You're the GOAT, Kenny. But understand that Aaron Jones might be safer just with the matchup and the injury a little less. They're both off the injury report. So it's Olave or JT for the flex. Yeah. Walker, ETN, and CMC. Well, at least you got a good problem to have. This right here, good people, this right here, you're looking at a dilemma on your hands. I'm going to go Swift and Pollard, but I'm a risk taker. If you want to go steady Eddie, go with Aaron Jones over Swift. This one right here, I'm 7-2 with this team. So what is the move to make here? Swift for Andrews or wide receiver 1 or stay pat? Thanks, Smitty. Check your Instagram, bro. Haha. Oh, I'm sorry. Is Rock Out still here? Rock Out, are you still here? Rock Out told me to check my IG.
Any given Sunday, you never know what's going to get, but you got the power. Dropping loads in your lineup, you got the power.
You got the power by Rock Out. Thank you, Rock Out, for that voicemail. Appreciate you, my guy. Rock Out's going to get plucked from the fantasy football. Let's see, Graveyard Chat. Do you guys have any voicemails? We're live right now. My Graveyard team needs to drop a voicemail. I'm going to go up and play the old ones right now. Okay. So this is Brian MC. You guys' voicemails aren't playing. Gosh dang it, man. They're not playing.
Also, do we panic?
This is Avi.
I got a pretty simple question. It's
probably the same
Justin Fields or Justin Herbert. I'm probably going Justin Fields because that boy can run, and Herbert's been ass and he can't pass the ball downfield.
Yeah.
Cordell Patterson, or it's just a bad Thursday night game. I'm hoping for better days because I need him for my flex.
Yeah, he'll be fine going forward. I go Fields. You're live at the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Hey, Smitty. My name is Brian.
What's up, Brian?
Not much. I just had a question about what you think I should do in this little situation I'm in. So I'm 8-1 right now. My 12-man league is full PPR. I have Jalen Hurts at QB, Mike Evans, Amari Cooper, Christian Kirk as my receiving slots.
Am I supposed to be writing this down?
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
You don't have to. It's real quick. You don't have to. I Saquon and Tony Pollard at running back. I already had Kyle Pitts give me 4 points this week already, so that's locked in. And then Jeff Wilson in the flex. But the real thing is I have Justin Tucker as my kicker, and he's not playing this week. So I'm contemplating dropping a player, get a kicker. But my options are like Deshaun Watson, Chase Edmonds, and Madison. Everyone else, I don't think I should drop. Curtis Samuel, I don't think I should drop. Joe Mixon, I'm not dropping.
Yeah.
Njoku's hurt, but I'm not dropping him either. So it really is based on it's either going to be Madison, Edmonds, or Watson.
I mean, probably. Who's your backup quarterback if you drop Watson, or is that the Watson?
My starter is Jalen Hurts.
And then who's your backup quarterback if you drop Watson?
None. I'd have no quarterback.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't do that then. I'd probably keep him. I would say probably Edmonds, but I mean, we don't know. He could end up being valuable, but I would. It's Denver, man. It's Hackett. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say that.
Trades you would make, like, go ahead.
I mean, it'd be tough to like concoct a trade real quickly, but I would say like try to get rid of one of your starters with one of your bench players to get a tiny bump, and the bump might be deceptive. It might be where the other person thinks they're either making out even on the player swap, and then they're getting an additional piece. Who's your best tradable bench player? Your top two?
Curtis Samuel.
I don't think he's tradable though.
That's what Curtis and like Jeff Wilson.
Yeah, Jeff Wilson's good. He's good trade bait. So who are your wide receivers? Or who's your tight end?
My tight end is Kyle Pitts and then Njoku.
Okay, so trade those guys and Wilson for Andrews. Nailed it. Who are your wide receivers?
I'll give it. Mike Evans, Amari Cooper, Christian Kirk, and then Mike Williams.
Okay, Cooper and Wilson for Hopkins, something like that.
Okay.
Just go try. Start going down the wide receiver list till you feel like okay, it's not really an upgrade anymore. But like Jeff Wilson and Amari for Hopkins, Jeff Wilson and Amari for Debo, Jeff Wilson and Amari for Evans. I think you said you had Evans. I don't know. Yeah, just go down the list like that, bro. And then same thing at running back. Just little bit of a bump. Same thing at every position. Just use Wilson to get a tiny little bump, bro. And there's somebody out there that needs a running back bad enough. And hopefully it's the Andrews owner. Because if you can get Andrews, he's my favorite go-get right now. It could burn. You got to understand the risk. I know you know it. I don't have to tell you that, but there's risk involved for sure. But I love the risk versus reward. The cost of entry is not bad for Andrews right now.
Got you. I'll put that through. Appreciate you, Smitty.
All right, man. Thanks.
All right. Good night.
Okay. Let's see here. This one right here. Any moves to make Swift for Andrews or wide receiver 1? I'd take Andrews over Swift. I would. I'd try to get more. Swift probably has more value at this point being off the injury report. So try and get more if you can. But I mean, that's a great move to make. It's a great move to make unless you're needing, and I don't know what your other your team was, but if Swift is expendable, if he's your running back 2 or something, and I don't have your team right in front of me, then obviously that complicates matters. But I really do like the idea of getting into Mark Andrews right now before it's too late. Start Connor if Kyler is out at the flex or Gabe Davis. That's a tough one because this is dependent on Josh Allen news too. So we got 2 pieces of quarterback news. And I don't think Kyler is going to play, but will they run successfully? Maybe. I probably go Connor. I probably go Connor. I like Gabe Davis a lot. I'm not saying to bench Gabe Davis, but with that scenario, I would probably play Connor. I don't know if you can play Gabe at your wide receiver 3 or something like that. Check your Instagram DMs. Evan says, Evan, I don't know how I'm going to find your message. I mean, unless you're in like one of the chat groups and I don't know about it. Voicemail King. These voicemails aren't playing.
Hey Smitty, would you trade Justin Fields and CMC for Lamar Jackson and Devontae Adams?
I think I heard this one earlier, and I said to call in with this.
Hey Smitty, would you trade Justin Fields and CMC for Lamar Jackson and Devontae Adams?
Fields and CMC.
Hey Smitty, would you trade Justin Fields and CMC for Lamar Jackson and Devontae Adams?
Lamar and Adams. That one's tough. Let's see here. Fields and CMC. What does the chat think of that one? CMC Fields, sorry. What do you guys think of that one? I kind of feel like you got to go this route here, CMC and Fields, right? Because Lamar, I mean, some will argue that Fields is as good as Lamar right now, and I'm not that quick to jump on that train, but I mean, I understand the closeness of it, so like, give me CMC over Adams, right? CMC side, right? CMC's 1.1 now moving forward. I'm saying CMC. CMC Fields is Josh. I think Zen's saying no, so he's agreeing CMC. Depends on his running back wide receiver look. Well, yeah, I guess so, but I don't think it mattered to me. CMC side, yeah. I want to say CMC side, bro. To me that's not it's a pause, like you pause on it, but at the end of the day, it's not something that I would do. Yeah, bro, I have no way to find your DM. I have so many DMs. It's not even possible. Evan, I don't know. Can you message me here or something? I don't know what I'm looking for. If Johnny T going to have a day like you say, then Olave over him. Yeah, because I think Olave is going to have a day. I mean, can't they both have a day, Ron? Ron's going to give me 4 crying emojis on that one. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show.
Yo, Smitty, big fan. I got a question. I'm going to give you my team. That's cool. If you could write it out.
Let's do it.
If you just let me know who you could start tomorrow.
Okay, hit me with it.
All right, I got Josh Allen, Christian McCaffrey, David Montgomery, Devontae Adams, Chris Olave, Dallas Goedert, DeAndre Swift, Michael Pittman Jr., Amon-Ra St. Brown, and then Tua. Those are the relevant players.
Okay. All right, is it super flex?
No, this is 2 wide receivers, half-point PPR, and 2 running backs.
Okay. So your running backs are CMC. I mean, you got them listed all over the place. I'm not sure why they're so spread out, but Swift is your starter. CMC is your starter.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Josh, yeah, I don't know. You put them in a blender, bro, and then read them off. Josh
Dude, I'm
Allen,
so sorry, dude.
Adams, Olave, Goddard, St. Brown. So you said 2 wide receivers in what?
2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex.
Perfect. There's your lineup right there. So, I mean, obviously, if Josh Allen is shaky or sits or whatever, you put 2 in, you're fine. CMC, Swift, St. Brown, Olave, Adams, boom. And Goddard's your tight end.
All right, so I'm sitting St. Brown.
No. Why would you sit St. Brown?
So I'm saying I'm starting Swift, Montgomery, and Olave and Adams. Or should I sit Swift?
No, you're sitting Montgomery. You'd start Montgomery.
Okay.
You start Montgomery over Swift. I mean, maybe I'm off. Maybe I'm not giving Monty the respect he deserves. Let's take it to the chat. Am I wrong? Is it Swift or Monty? Monty or
Swift gets volume.
Well, but it was like so like obvious to you and not to me. So maybe I'm off base. Maybe my brain's fried. I'm not going at you on it. I mean, does anybody disagree? Would they go Monty over Swift? I just feel like that's a cluster there. Maybe I'm not giving Monty the respect he deserves. Let me pull up his game log. I know he's getting volume, but I mean, bro, Monty could do what like Mixon did. You know, like nothing.
And then Detroit is just so like ass. I was hoping, but no, I had a predicament, man. And I'm gonna go with whatever you said.
I mean, let's go with what the chat says. The chat.
Right.
Swift.
What are they saying? I can't see it.
Swift. It's not close. Swift. Start Swift. Now, come on.
Oh, okay.
No, come on now. Swift can take one Swift disappointed last 2 weeks. Oh, Jimmy's not liking Swift. That's one. I'm going Swift. You and Jimmy, ride or die together. I mean, bro, Monty's got 60 yards, 50 yards, 30 yards in his back-to-back games. There's nothing to cry home about. He's got one TD in the third game back, but
Yeah, averaging 8 points. You're right.
yeah, he's not. I mean, why not go with
the two lines?
Why not go with the guy that's gonna maybe take it house every time he touches the football?
You're right, dude.
But trust your gut.
Smitty.
Trust your gut, my guy, because Monty could have 3 TDs tomorrow.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thanks for your time.
All right, later, bro.
Thanks, chat. Later.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like the easiest call in the world, but it feels pretty easy. Thank you, Ron Navy. Ron, are you sipping on Grandpa's cough medicine tonight? Wait, so are we flexing JT, DK, Palmer, Swift this week? What do you mean, wait, so? Like we're in the middle of a conversation. Wait, so are we flexing JT, DK, Palmer, Swift this week? I got Fields, ETN, Kenneth Walker, and Amon-Ra St. Brown Olave. So you have to choose between JT, DK, Palmer. So I'm going JT. I contemplate DK, but I'm going JT. I'm letting JT loose. JT's gonna be fluid. He's gonna be liquid. He's gonna be all over the field. Okay, let him go. Let him fly. Let JT fly.
You raise me up so I can stand on mountains.
And yeah, we're gonna thank Ron Navy and all the veterans for their service. Standing ovation.
Yeah, buddy.
And I got a special treat for all of you. I'm going to, at some point, Ron Navy, at some point, go down to the Pat Tillman statue on your behalf and do a live stream there at some point. Give me time. I don't know when, but I will do it at some point, okay? And I also I give you guys this little gift here. Code Smitty gets you $100 off. $100 off. $100 bonus match on your first deposit at Underdog Fantasy. There you go. There's another little treat. But Lawrence or Herbert this week. Thanks, Smitty. I'm going to go Herbert. Ron, drop some Ron Navy emojis. Thank you for your service, Ron. Thank you all. Drop some flags for everybody. American flags, which YouTube will moderate. Because that might offend someone. It might offend somebody if you drop a flag. Gibson, Dak, or Myers for JT and Cooks. Would you do that trade? Gibson, Dak, and Myers for JT and Cooks. I only give up Gibson, Dak, and Myers for JT if I like winning. Okay.
You've just been Smitty approved.
Unbelievable. They both have a good day, but one might not have a good day. That's true, Ron. That's true. And then the last super chat to get caught up. Charles T. I wonder if Charles T likes Johnny T. Field, Swift, ETN, Mixon, Kamara, Waddle, Higgins, Devontae Smith, Mooney, Pitts, and Njoku, and D. Watson. Was there something else, Charles, that you gotta give me? You're giving me way too much credit to know that I remember what we're talking about from one thing to the next here. I'm 7-2 with that team. So what is the move to make? Swift for Andrews or wide receiver 1? So you've got ETN, Mixon, Kamara, of course. Swift for Andrews would be, boom, home run. Swift for Hopkins, home run. Swift for Evans, home run. Yeah, I mean, I'd go after Kelsey, too. I doubt you'll get it, but maybe you give up more. Swift and... you don't really have anything that could be middle of the... Swift and Higgins for Kelsey and something. Maybe. Swift and Higgins for... Cup, JJ... Diggs, Adams. Just a thought. Might be an overpay. Oh, you got Devontae Adams. No, that's Devontae Smith. Yeah, Those are all ideas, bro, but I absolutely love the idea of going and getting on Andrews right now. You're the man, Smitty. No, you're the man, Ron. You're the man. I'll go out to the Pat Tillman statue memorial, forgive me, and do a live stream. We'll do some guerrilla marketing out there, too. I'll just be handing out business cards. I'll just fling them out. Just, get some. Get some. Promo code Smitty. Get some. Maybe we'll bring this bad boy. Maybe get arrested. Attention, everybody. My name is Smitty. Apparently, no one knows me here. I did run into one guy the other day that knew me. It's starting to happen. When I say starting to happen, I mean once. Hey, you're that guy from YouTube. I mean, starting to happen, I mean one time. One time. I can go anywhere still, apparently. Apparently, I'm not that popular yet. Who to start today, Dak or Fields? I'm going Fields, broski. I'm going Fields. I'm doing it live. Kevin, thank you for your super chat. Let's open the phone lines after this final super chat here. Not the final, but the final to catch up. And then I'll answer them in order in which they are received. The next super chat's from Julian. Julian says PPR Aaron Jones or Chris Godwin. This is a tough one. I'd say in PPR I lean Godwin. But Aaron Jones is tough to sit, but the matchup's tough and he's been banged up. So give me Godwin in this one.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Where's my scene? Okay, let's try this one. Good thing I have two of them. Smitty, Sutton or Pickens? Oh God, sick nasty. That's a rough one. That's a nasty question. Let's ask this caller. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. I'm gonna ask the questions, okay? You starting Sutton or Pickens?
Hey, Smitty, come here.
Yeah, you starting Sutton or Pickens, bro?
I'm starting Sutton.
Sutton? I don't know. I don't know if that's right or not. I'd probably say I want to say neither, but maybe I would lean Sutton, I guess. I don't trust Pickett at all either. All right, what can I help you with? You're live on the Fantasy Football Show, by the way.
Okay. I'm just looking to see what two receivers to start for this week.
Okay.
Out of these two. So I got Chris Godwin, St. Brown, and Ayuk. St. Brown's kind of a line for me, so it's pretty much between Godwin and Ayuk.
Okay, St. Brown and Ayuk. That's how we're pronouncing it tonight. Godwin and St. Brown, easy call for me. Could Ayuk have a day? He could. I don't think he will. I think we've seen Ayuk do pretty well the past couple of weeks, but guess what? C-Mac wasn't always there, and on top of that, Debo's been out. So C-Mac finally got a full course meal, and Ayuk did well, but Debo is out. So I'm just not feeling Ayuk right now. I'm going with St. Brown. I'm going with Godwin. I'm not even batting an eye. And if it didn't work out, I feel like it was the right move. Like 8 times out of 10, this feels like, it's going to work out this way. With the current situation, I just don't think there's enough volume to spread around to these wide receivers. Like Ayuk's going to do it one game and not 2 games in a row or a game and a half, and then he'll do it again, and then he'll not, and then it's like you're going to be dancing back and forth. Like St. Brown, at least we know St. Brown was not just good, he was a monster. We drafted him in the top 8 overall as a community where people had to double down and vote And it wasn't like one person could mess up the mock draft. The community went to bat and voted in the chat, and St. Brown went at like 7 or 8 overall through like week 3. And so I understand he's been missing. I understand he was hurt. I understand everyone's scared that he's not going to deliver. But can we at least rank him over Ayuk right now? Like, that's the part I don't understand. Is like, there's reason to be concerned, sure. But is that concern so deep that now it lingers down into the Ayuk level? It can't. We've got to trust in St. Brown a little more than that. So Godwin, St. Brown, home runs, no question about it for me.
Yeah, somebody. I'm glad you said that because I was asking around with my couple of friends, and they were saying Ayuk and St. Brown, and I was just torn. But I was leaning Godwin and St. Brown anyway, just because, like you said, the Niners' offense they got way too many mouths to feed with, especially with Debo back, and how much Shanahan likes to incorporate CMC out of the backfield and stuff like that.
Yeah, if you wanted to go Ayuk over Godwin, I could
that was kind of like
I could understand that, but
yeah, that was pretty much St. Brown was kind of a lineup lock for me. It was either Godwin or Ayuk.
Yeah, the only thing I'd say is that listen to this target stats, bro. Because I mean, this is heavy. The last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games for Godwin, 10 targets, 6 targets, 12, 13, 11, 10. Double-digit targets every game but one of the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. He's averaging over 10 targets a game the last 6 games. That to me is like, at least you know what you're getting. Now, what he does with them, it's tough to say. I mean, he's catching about 6 to 7 passes, 6.5. I'd say 6.5 catches a game off of those 10.5 targets a game or whatever. No touchdowns. Not a single touchdown this year. But guess what? And Ron Navy's on the phone right now. Ron Navy might have something to say about this, but I feel like Tom Brady, I don't think he's lost the talent. I think it's been disaster there. He didn't show up in August. He shouldn't have did that. That was a big, big mistake. I said it. I went on a live stream. I ranted about it. I raved about it. Everybody kind of came out my neck in general. Even my own community was pushing back a little bit, saying he's Tom Brady. He can take it off. Not a big deal. It is a big deal because there aren't 50 Tom Bradys on the roster. It's Tom Brady and everybody else, and maybe he could take it off, but they can't deal with that. Both guards down, the center down. Injury riddled wide receiver room. Gronk not coming back. There was a lot of change going on. They needed Tom Brady there in August. He didn't show up. That was a disaster. Tom Brady has been struggling with the whole divorce. He's been struggling with the financial stuff that Ron Navy talked about earlier. Apparently he had a ton of money. I don't know the extent. I can't confirm anything, so it's hard for me to really report on it. But there's rumors that he had a ton of his money into that FTX crypto that I think is going bankrupt or whatever. He's got a lot on his plate, but the one thing I feel about Tom Brady is that, first of all, his division's cakewalk, right? So he's got a lot of nice matchups, but I feel like this is the time that it maybe flips. Maybe it doesn't, but I feel like this is a time that it maybe flips. They get a little momentum. Tom Brady's, kind of got his mind probably a little bit more on football right now than he did last week, and it's going to progressively get bigger. This is all he's got now. I think he's going to turn this thing around a little bit. I don't think he's winning a Super Bowl or anything, but I think this is a turnaround for him a little bit. And so this 0 touchdown column for Godwin, 0-0-0, I believe that starts to populate now, and they start scoring touchdowns and they turn things around a little bit. That's my prediction. I don't think he's going to be a top 5 quarterback. I just think that if you got Tom Brady and you've been panicking and you're like digging in the dumpster for a quarterback, you might be okay if you just roll with Tom. Ron, what do you have to say about that, Ron?
I don't know. I mean, it is Tom Brady, but if I lost all that money, my mind would be a little bit maybe not on football.
So is there any confirmation that he was actually that he had like his life savings wrapped up?
like I said, Fox News Business, Charles Payne was reporting on it. There's been lots of reports, and they could have actually. There's a report out there, and I can't confirm it, but his entire $630 million of both her money and his money, their money.
That's probably why she's. I mean, that's why she would probably be leaving him. You would think, right?
No, because FTX just recently failed, so there was other things involved, I think. So he was already under the mental stress, and now you add the money on top of it. That's just a lot to deal with.
Tom Brady's net worth was valued at around $250 million prior to his cryptocurrency investments, while hers was reported to be $400 million. Brady, who launched his own NFT company in April, said that he was a big believer in cryptocurrencies and confirmed he purchased digital coin during the CoinDesk Consensus 2021 forum. Brady reportedly had prenup prior to the marriage. I'm looking to try and see. In recent days, my wife and I finalized a divorce. Okay. Last month, sources with direct knowledge of the situation told TMZ that Brady had reached a settlement. Okay, I'm trying to find. It's just talking about his divorce. I don't see it on that one. That one was trying to report on it, but didn't never even talk about it. Caught in FTX fallout. CoinDesk. Let's see here.
There was a lot of pro athletes that were wrapped up in this whole thing too. I mean, even stadiums, NBA arenas, and football stadiums. There's a lot of.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that's like making me feel. Brady's net worth is estimated around $250 million pre-crypto. It looks like people are just copying and pasting the same article. I can't find it.
Just look up Charles Payne on Tom Brady's FTX losses or loss. Charles Payne reported on it from Fox News. They had it on Fox News. But I'm just saying, don't be surprised if you see Tom not looking like Tom.
Part of me
know it's affected.
Part of me wonders though if this is just being. Let's see. Like I wonder if he was given a tremendous amount of stock that turned into whatever for being an ambassador of it, and he lost that stock that was given to him. I don't know. We'd have to look it up, and I don't feel comfortable enough saying one way or the other on this because I can't find anything to corroborate it right now. But I believe you that you've read it. I can't corroborate it. But anyway, mind is
saw it on TV.
Yeah. Well, if it's on TV, it's got to be true.
And read. Well, I saw it on the news channel. So.
On the news, it's got to be true. Yeah. Hey, I'll look into it, Ron, because this is big news. If he is playing for his next check, if he's playing paycheck to paycheck, he's gonna come out with a little fire, Ron Navy. I might even be more apt to bet on Tom Brady. If his back's against the wall,
It could go either way.
Yeah, his back's against the wall, bro.
No, this isn't TMZ, Travis. This is actual news channel, not TMZ.
Bro, can you imagine? Can you imagine if he needed a touchdown, like to get bonus checks in order to bring home the bacon? Like Tom Brady. Yeah. He'd be throwing touchdowns galore. Yeah. He's playing for that bonus. That $250,000 bonus means a whole lot to him now. Tom Brady stardom in all leagues. His back's against the wall. Per Ron Navy. Did you guys hear Ron Navy basically just said his back's against the wall. He's playing for lunch money every single game. This man's going out there to earn a steak dinner that next evening. All right.
That pressure's got to be
so
bad.
We still got that caller on the line. What's your name, bro? I forgot you're there, pal. I forgot.
Yeah.
So patient.
Daniel.
Daniel's like, I'm just going to become part of the show. I'm not going to let him know I'm here. Just like the guy in Office Space.
Yeah.
I was told I could have my stapler. You literally won't leave, bro. You literally won't leave. You're not even getting your check anymore. You're still staying on staff. I love it. The dedication of this man. I'm sorry, what was your name again? Daniel, you're not hired, but you know what I'm saying. You can stay. Daniel, the new co-host. Let's give Daniel a round of applause. The man that wouldn't leave. He refused to leave. Daniel, what else can we help you with?
You helped me out a lot, bro. That was pretty much it. I just needed some receiver advice. But yeah, Smitty, that's it, man.
I appreciate you, man. Daniel, you want to hang out for a little bit?
Hey,
Off the clock?
Daniel, stay on the line because Smitty,
Yeah.
you're about to get my alternate ego here.
Oh,
you're about
God.
to get the alternate Rod Navy here. How in the heck do you choose Sutton over Pickens? How? Sutton in the last 3 games, 14 yards, 23 yards, 13 yards, 1 touchdown for the year. How do you choose that over the massive, talented Pickens, who Claypool is gone from the team? You don't think he's going to pick up all those extra targets? How do you choose Sutton over Pickens?
Well, what did he do in his last game?
Doesn't matter.
Well, answer the question, alter ego Ron. What did he do in his last game? 3 targets. How many receptions did he have?
Who, Pickens?
Yeah.
Pickens had an off week.
How many receptions did he have, Ron?
He had 0 against Philadelphia.
Okay, so am I that off base that he's coming off of a
because
0
the game before that
reception
against
game?
Miami, he had 6 receptions. Then he had another 6 receptions. Then he had another 6 receptions. He's blowing Sutton out of the water.
You know what I love though, Ron?
Yes.
I love that the things you hang on to are the ones I don't even care about. Like I'm not even taking a hard line stance on it. Someone's like, "Hey, Smitty, do you like Stafford or Kyler if both of them were playing in the game?" I guess give me Kyler. Can't believe you, Smitty. You come at me on a bigger one, like or one that doesn't like. This is I'm indifferent on this one. I don't even you talked me into it, Ron. Pickens, put him in. Put Pickens in. I'm indifferent, Ron. I'm forcing an answer on that question. I'm forcing an answer.
It's the Steelers, bro. You know the Steelers.
I know, but the ones you pick, are ones I'm indifferent. I'm laughing because I'm like I don't have a passion for this pick. I really don't. Earlier the Mixon versus Pierce one, that's very arguable. I love how much I love Pierce, but when I bet you if we pulled a chat, you said you think the chat would rather have Pierce. I think the chat would be divided on Pierce versus Mixon go forward. I don't I couldn't get mad at anybody for thinking one way or the other.
All right, let's find out right now. Chat, who would you rather draft if you were to draft right now? Would you take Pierce or would you take Mixon, only having his first 100-yard game last week?
Don't preface and caveat it. Don't fantasy splain people. He's out here fantasy splaining people. Let him decide. Mixon. Ron, you've got nobody. We're a big Pierce community. You have not one Mixon or Pierce vote yet. There's one Pierce vote. Mixon, Pierce.
Yeah, you notice everybody that's voting are non-members. All the green members are voting Pierce. So everybody that isn't part of the exclusive club is going against Mixon, and everybody that's part of the exclusive club is going Pierce.
Ron, but here's the greater point. You were kind of irate about it in a little in a funny way. You're irate about it when it's arguable. It's like if you said to me, I'd rather have Pierce. I'd be like, sweet, but it's not.
Well,
it's like.
But a smart person will look at the overall season and see Mixon has had a mediocre to subpar year overall, except for one game last week, and Pierce has had a brilliant year overall with a lot of touchdowns. More consistent.
Well, I guess I'm not smart, Ron.
I mean, a good fantasy football player would know that.
I'm probably not good then, Ron, because the bottom line is, let's speak fact here. As much as we love Pierce, Pierce probably ranks 15 or 16 overall for running backs. I love Pierce. He was a gem. He probably ranks 15 or 16, Ron. Mixon ranks number 4. And I know you're going to say he did it all in one game, but Mixon ranks number 4. Pierce ranks...
I don't have to say that, Smitty. You said that last week. It's bad that Mixon got to be number 4 with 1 week of stats, and you were correct. He did it all in 1 week of stats. Look at his subpar year. The first 9 games he played, they were subpar.
But my point is such an arguable debate, which most people will lean on the Mixon side. So I'm just saying this isn't one of those like you're out of your mind. Why are you picking Mixon over Pierce, Smitty? This is one of those ones where I shake my head. I'm like, how is this the battle Ron's picking? Like, how is this the battle you're picking? The majority of human beings out there on planet Earth are going to take Mixon. I don't know. I don't think
they're
that's.
Lose their lead. if they were to go Mixon over Pierce right now, they're going to lose their lead.
Yeah.
It's science. It's only science. It's science. It's proven science. Like the math.
And someone said Smitty's down on Mixon. I haven't been down. I've been down on Mixon for good reason. He has been inconsistent. I think everything I said about Mixon this year kind of has been true until this point. So to Ron's point, one game has bounced him back, but at the same time, the stats are the stats, and you could say it all happened in one game. You could say, oh, what if I took away this? What if I took away that? But you can't really play that game. If it was like there were 9 and 10, and Mixon was ahead of him, and you're like, he did it all in one game. You watch, he'll fall back down. But like Mixon's going to outscore Pierce on the year. Like, so then what are you gonna?
I got one question for you. Who's the Moon Man? Pierce or Mixon?
Let's check.
The Moon
Who's
Man.
The Moon Man?
Dropping loads in outer space.
There he is. But Ron, that doesn't determine anything. I get it though.
Is
I get
Mixon on there or is Pierce on there?
I get what you're trying to do, but again, the Moon Man's about value, the value board. Mixon was a 9 overall player.
The value.
Yep. So if we're drafting off value, Pierce all day long. Pierce was dumpster cellar dweller material, and he's scoring like he is
Look
right now.
Look at all these Moon Men that are killing it, and Pierce is one of those guys that are killing it.
I know,
Mixon only killed it for 1 week out
but
of the
Ron,
year.
Ron,
Pierce has been killing it for several weeks.
Mixon played Carolina.
Oh, who's that? Oh, hey, what's your name again? I keep forgetting. Son of a.
It's Daniel.
Daniel's still there. I love Daniel's. He's been sitting there like a ninja. He's been sitting there like a ninja.
Yes.
Quiet. Daniel's been waiting like a stealth mode. And he pops.
I love hearing you guys debate.
Daniel, I have to say, you are one of the best co-hosts I can ask for. You let me talk. You don't interrupt me. You just sit there. And then every once in a while, you chime in at perfect timing. Just unbelievable pace you and I have together, Daniel. Our rapport is it's like rapport of like Diggs and Josh Allen. Okay.
You're hard to get hold of too.
I think maybe I should just dial Daniel up every show and just have him sitting there ready.
Hey, Daniel, you know why he's hard to get a hold of? Because I take up too much of his time on the phone. See, he needs to like delete me off the phone so he's got more time to let you on the phone.
Ron Navy's like Mixon. He doesn't come around on the phone line very often. When he does, he just goes crazy. And he'll have one super long phone call. Daniel's just Daniel's on point. I think Daniel's gonna become a fan favorite.
Man.
If I could just remember his name, let me put him in the phone system here.
So Daniel, who do you like better, Mixon or Pierce?
Smitty, as much as I am a fan of you, I think I gotta go Pierce on this one.
That's okay, Daniel.
It's the same. I like Henry's the third-ranked running back, and you put him at number 5 behind Barkley.
Ron, I literally ranked on a mock draft, and if anybody hasn't seen the mock draft, it was a Week 10 mock draft. I've ranked Mixon appropriately, and Pierce was in steal territory. And in some of those mock drafts, you're going to try and not shove someone like Pierce up at number 8 overall so that the value is limited. Like he's in the perfect spot. I believe I slotted him in the perfect spot. I don't think you want to take him 8 overall. I think if you draft Pierce 8 overall, your team's not going to win. I like Pierce, but he needs to be your second drafted player.
You need to take Josh Allen 8 overall.
And I'd be fine with that if we get push come to shove on that. That's why I do a little interlude, little kind of interruption saying this is where I rank the quarterbacks, but guess what? You push me, and I'll take them at 11, 12, 10, whatever I got to do. But the industry will make sure that we can get our quarterbacks at the end of round 2. The industry will make absolutely certain.
Russ in the chat says, get Ron off the CQLL. I think he means call, but he can't spell. So
yeah, but Ron,
there we go.
You're always going to have 1 or 2 haters. It's fine, Ron. Most people are going to say keep Ron on. Don't worry about that.
They don't get me. I mean, I'm not like angry debating you. I'm just It's just fun to have.
No, they know that. They know that. Daniel, you still there?
Yes, sir.
Attaboy. It's on cue. On point.
Daniel's the man.
Daniel, you got unlimited minutes on that cell phone, right?
Hell yeah.
Okay. Attaboy. You know, we had to send you some, like, a part of the super chat to keep your cell phone active. Daniel, you got anything else, bro, before we disband the group here and I go to the super chats so I can end this show at some point tonight?
Smitty. Hey, I appreciate you for having me out, man.
Daniel,
that was pretty much it.
Daniel, you call anytime, bro. If you call in, I'm just probably gonna leave you on the phone for a little bit. I don't mind your companionship.
I appreciate it. Hey, Smitty, you have a good night, man. Thanks for the help.
Yeah.
You too, Ron.
Hey, Daniel, take care.
Yeah. Daniel's the perfect companion. Can you imagine just sitting there on the couch with Daniel, like watching a game? Just, you know, he's your buddy comes over to watch. He just sits there, bro. You just vent to him. You tell him everything that's going on in your life, and he's just sitting there drinking a beer. He's like, Just a complete legend. Okay. Ron, anything else you want to scream at me about before you get off the?
No. I'm back to my other ego now.
All right.
I switched back. I'm normal Ron Navy now.
All right, Ron. Appreciate you.
Me, I just figured it out.
Yeah, no, it's all good content. Hold on. Here comes Avi. Avi, dial in one more time. I'm gonna answer your call. Avi calls in like 1,000 times in a row, and let's just.
If we keep going, it's gonna be your start bench.
Yeah,
it's going to be time for your start bench IG.
Yeah, 3.5 hour show already. Let's go. Avi, call in real quick. Let's get this out of there. I mean, let's take care of Avi.
Travis says, spicy Ron.
What's up, Avi? You're live on the show. What can we do for you?
No, I just wanted to talk about the Mixon-Pierce debate and how you guys are not saying Pierce, but I think Mixon is by far better. He's in a better offense, better quarterback, and he's going to get more chances to score. So I don't think it's honestly pretty close with that one.
I think it's definitely debatable, and that's what I find so funny that Ron thinks that I'm like hating on Pierce. I love Pierce. He's a moon man. But I think that Mixon, for one, like some of the mock drafting that you do is catered toward like what you can get away with too. Like if I was to draft like I drafted ETN at what was it 11, but I would take him 5, and so I preface that as I talk about it. You kind of got to get away with what you can get away with as far as you can get away with it. Otherwise, you could get burned more times than not. Like Javonte, we all wanted Javonte, but as I mentioned, when people started calling me up and they'd say, "Hey Smitty, I want Javonte so bad, but my draft pick won't allow it. I'm drafting number 5 overall, and he's not going to make it down to my second round, my late second round pick. Should I just take him number 5? And what did I say? Even loving Javonte as much as I did, you can't do that. You fly too close to the sun, you're going to get burned. You got to make smart decisions based on the valuation of the player, and you got to let him go in the scenarios where it doesn't fit or make sense. Don't force it. Don't make him your first drafted player. He's a second round pick, and that's gold. And golden opportunity towards ACL. So people that drafted Javonte in round 2 most likely recovered if they had Kenneth Walker and ETN and Pierce and the other guys that we talked about. The people that drafted Javonte at number 5 because they couldn't be patient or play in another league that allowed them to take Javonte in the second round, they didn't probably recover from their number 5 overall player getting injured. So that's kind of like why I do the mock drafts the way that I do them. So Mixon, if I'd rather have Pierce, you could trade down if you wanted.
Yeah, no, I loved your mock video today. I thought Tyreek at 11 was a little low. I know he still has his bye week, so that you're taking that.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty low, but overall, that was a really good ranking.
Yeah, I mean, I think Tyreek Hill could be argued like top 5 or 11, 10. Like it definitely could fluctuate for me because Kupp and JJ still rank ahead of Tyreek. I know everybody wants to rank Tyreek 1, and I'm okay with that. I don't think it's crazy. But I do have JJ and Kupp above them. Go forward.
Oh, yeah, no, all 3 of those are like neck and neck. Anyone. You can't say who's better than who. Also, hopefully Justin Fields keeps going. You think St. Brown's going to have a big week? I need those guys.
Mm-hmm. All right, bro. Appreciate you, Avi.
Yep. Have a good Sunday.
Later. Oh, Ron Navy. I hung up on Ron Navy as well. Ron? I hung up on you two on an accident, Ron. All right. Phone lines are done. Let's answer these super chats. Let's get these super chats done and in the books. Ron, sorry I hung up on you as well. $2 holler, Aaron Jones, Godwin. I think I already answered this one. Godwin was the safer play. This one from Michael Smith. I need 1 wide receiver, 1 tight end, 1 flex, half PPR. Joshua Palmer, Ayuk, Swift, and Komet Schultz. I need 1 wide receiver, 1 tight end, 1 flex. 1 wide receiver, I'm going to go with Palmer. 1 tight end, I'm going to go with Dalton Schultz. And 1 flex, I'm going to go with Swift. Yeah, perfect. Okay, Swift, yeah. Pretty easy call for me. Sick Nasty, Sutton, or Pickens, thank you again for that super chat. You're the man, the myth, the legend. Ron Navy, take megaphone and start chanting, count that vote, says Ron Navy. Trade A.J. Dillon for Pittman. I would take Pittman. I like Jeff Saturday. I like what they got going on. I think maybe there's a resurgence in Indianapolis. I really think it could be one of those crazy things that maybe not. The odds are against it, but for some reason I'm feeling it. And maybe I'm wrong. But I think JT gets fed. I think Pittman starts getting more consistent with JT going off. The run setting up the pass. I don't know. Maybe Matt Ryan gets back under center. Swift or Pollard at flex. I'm going to go Pollard is safer. Swift is higher risk, higher reward. Can't really say it any different than that, bro. I mean, that's just the way it is. I hate to double talk you, Alexander, on a super chat, but I don't have a concrete answer here. Do you like high risk, high reward? Go Swift. You want a little bit more steady Eddie? Go Pollard. But know that Pollard still has a good amount of upside. He still has I would almost say he's just a safer play. given that they both have tremendous upside. Maybe Swift has a higher upside, but he definitely has more risk with the volume. And if Zeke gets ruled out, which I firmly believe will be the case, or it's like he suits up but doesn't even really play, then Pollard's going to probably have a good day. Thoughts on Khalil Herbert and Kyren? Until you see Kyren's workload, you can't trust he's getting fully fed. Go Khalil Herbert. But good pickup, good hold. I like it. That's nice. Just traded away LJ, Swift, Mooney, Curtis Samuel for Dak, Pierce, St. Brown, Olave. LJ, Lamar Jackson, Swift, Mooney, Curtis Samuel. So Lamar, Swift for Dak, Pierce, St. Brown, Olave. That's hard to digest, man. I like Lamar a lot more than I like Dak. Believe it or not. But Swift versus Pierce, I'd rather have Pierce, St. Brown, Olave, I think make up the difference for the Lamar loss. So give me the Dak side. Yeah. Hard to digest, but I think I took care of it. How do I get your draft tips for all the next year? Watch the YouTube videos for one, Dalton. But number two, and most importantly, your boy Smitty has a website. It's called thefantasyfootballshow.com. I'm youtube.com/thefantasyfootballshow, Dalton. youtube.com/thefantasyfootballshow. But I'm also thefantasyfootballshow.com. That's my content, baby. So get on over there, Dalton, and become a lifetime member. Dalton, if you become a lifetime member, there's a plan that I have that has 2 years of text advice with your boy Smitty, and you can send me text messages, and I'll get back to you on those, and send you voice message responses on WhatsApp, and you and I can go back and forth on trying to work out whatever we're going to work out to get your team ready to roll. So Dalton, head on over to thefantasyfootballshow.com and check out the memberships, baby. How do I get your draft tips? That's how. And I do a top 12 bold prediction list every single year. And they're famous. It's my famous bold predictions. No one even had coined bold prediction before I did in 2003. I had my 12 bold predictions. I became very known for the bold predictions. I did them on CBS Sports Radio and NBC Sports Radio for 19 straight years. Dropped the bold predictions every August. They became a staple on the radio show, the longest running fantasy football radio show in the world on NBC Sports Radio or CBS. It bounced back and forth every year, depending on where it got sent when they were working out the contract details. How do I get your how do I read that twice? Michael, thank you, Smitty. I appreciate you. Michael, I appreciate you more. I appreciate all of you. I work for you guys, to be honest. Not gonna lie, I work for you. Not gonna lie. Tyler Dawson, Moreau or B-Rob at the flex? Probably B-Rob, but Moreau's like safer for like 5 to 6 points maybe. I hate that. That's a weird way to put it, but if I want 5 or 6 points, I'm going Moreau. If I want 3 or 4 or maybe 12, I'm going B-Rob. Most likely TD tomorrow. Rachaad White, Jaylen Warren, or Khalil Herbert. Give me Khalil Herbert, but man, that's a tough call. I want Rachaad White to be the guy, but Khalil feels safest. It's on the board. Remember our bet if CD be a top 10 wide receiver. You said he wouldn't be a top 10 wide receiver, right, Avi? I do have it on the board. Let me see. Let me go over here. Right here. Avi, draft call. Lamb equals top 10 wide receiver. I would never bet against that. So you're betting that he won't be, right, Avi? Because why would I bet CD's not a top 10 wide receiver? So you must have said he wouldn't be. Or is that correct, Avi? Because why would I bet he wouldn't be? I think you bet against it. And what is he at right now? You said not. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, why would I bet that? I do have it on the board, though. I'm a man of my word. I kept it up there. My daughter came in and started wiping the board. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Almost erased it. What's Lamb at right now? What's Lamb Chops at? 14. I got some work to do. 14. How many points away is Lamb from the top 10? He's 8 points away. 8.5 points away. It's for 100 memberships. No, it's for a draft call. A draft call, Avi. Yeah, he's 8.5 points away from top 10. Somebody traded Jamal for Amon Ra. I think you did good.
You've just been Smitty.
Doing good work there. Avi, appreciate your super chat. Appreciate all of you. It was about a 4-hour live stream. Smitty traded Jamal. Great job for St. Brown, bro. Stafford is still a game time decision, but I have a backup plan ready. Okay. Yeah, Stafford's probably not playing. Kyler's probably not playing. Josh Allen's probably 75% playing. They're gonna test it out in the morning. So here's the word I have on Josh Allen. It feels like a lock that he's playing, right? Because they didn't elevate Barkley from the practice squad. So they only have Josh Allen as, I believe, the backup quarterback. But that's what they're comfortable with, is that Josh Allen may play in an emergency capacity, and they could start Keenum if Josh Allen's not quite sure. But that doesn't make sense to me. You know, if he's healthy enough to play as an emergency, and you're gonna get in a bind and throw him out there, maybe they just run the ball, and don't put his arm in use or something like that. If they're feeling like, okay, he goes out there, isn't healthy enough to start, but like they're gonna throw him in an emergency fashion. So if that happened, probably he would just hand the ball off the whole game or something like that. But I have a feeling that he's going to play. I'd say 75% chance as of right now. But he could go out there in the morning and toss a couple rocks and be like, no, this feels funny. ETN, Swift, Mixon, Kamara, C. Patterson. Who is trade bait out of this group in a 0.5 shooting trades at Kelsey owner and Andrews owner? So I'm not trading ETN. I'm just not trading ETN. I'd rather you trade Swift for Andrews. If he's not having it, I'd trade C. Patterson for Andrews, but he's probably not going to have that because C. Patterson just dropped an egg. And would I trade Kamara or Mixon for Andrews if you're getting a lot more, like a Stevenson or a St. Brown type of player? I would take St. Brown and Andrews for Mixon. I would take St. Brown and Andrews for Kamara, but that's me. Maybe not from maybe not St. Brown. I think I'm shooting from the hip real quick on that one. That was a quick draw. I like St. Brown almost enough to do that. Almost enough. Andrews is so shaky that maybe you need more. Maybe you need just a little bit more. Yeah, C. Patterson for Andrews. You want to try that one. Swift and C. Patterson 1-for-1. I agree with Ada. I would try that. Or was it Travis? Travis. I would try that. Yeah, I would try it, bro. Why not? Why not try it? And then if he says no, then you get Andrews and a player. And I don't know that he has Stevenson or St. Brown. I'm just trying to give you an idea. Yeah. Thank you, Charles. Appreciate you. Charles, the man. All right, guys. I'll see you in the morning. Appreciate every one of you. I work for you. On that note, I will leave you with one little number that you all have been waiting for and just sitting there, especially Travis, wanting me to play this over and over and over on a loop. Avi, hold on. Avi says, wait, hold. It's okay if you forgot, but the bet was actually I buy a membership $100 if he is a top 10 and don't finish in the top 10, I get it for free. Oh, okay. That's fine. The $99 lifetime content membership. That's right. You're right, Avi. I'm sorry. They're the same price, the draft call and that. So I probably just wrote that down. It's the same price. Avi, let's do it live. You versus me, bro. Lifetime content membership coming at you. Name written on the wall. See the names written on the wall there? Lifetime membership. Your name gets written on the wall. Coming at you live, Avi. I'll see you all in the morning. I'm live 1 hour before kickoff. I'm on Instagram, and I do that for a half hour of that final hour. The last half hour leading into kickoff of the morning games, your boy Smitty is live here on YouTube, and I'm only answering green name questions. And how do you become a green name? Link. Oh, not linked. I replaced that with the Underdog link. Right here. I'm going to drop the link and pin it real quickly. This link right here. I'm going to pin it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pinned link. Also dropped in the live chat. Also in the description below if you're watching the replay of this video. YouTube exclusive membership link. Become a $1.99 a month member. Support the channel. Get a green name. Get all the extra emojis. And then you also get access to me the final half hour leading into kickoff of the morning games. I only like everybody can watch it live. It's a public live. Everybody can comment and chat amongst each other, but I'm literally skipping over every question and answering every green name question. Nobody needs to paste it in 100 times. I'm literally going one in a row, one after the other, straight down. And so you got to be a $1.99 a month, very small amount, YouTube exclusive member. And if you want to be the $9.99 plan a month, you get the Zoom calls, 2 Zoom calls. You could listen and turn your mic and your camera off and just listen. 2 Zoom calls every Sunday. Halftime of the morning games, halftime of the Sunday evening game. That's where we do our think tank stuff, and it's an amazing call, fun experience. See you all tomorrow. Peace out.
Kenneth Skywalker. Kenneth Lightsaber Swinging Skywalker.
Smitty, Amari Copper, or Chase and Connor. Amari Cooper for Chase and Connor. JD, I would take Chase alone over Amari Cooper, and I'd probably say Connor and Cooper are arguably the same. You're getting Chase and Connor? How is that an emergency, JD? Take a lap. Go do that trade. Thank you, FT. Appreciate you, by the way. Travis is skywalking. Lightsaber swinging Skywalker. Get some. Traded JT for Aaron Jones. Is that cool? I probably would have rather had JT, but it's, you know, you could argue it. I wouldn't be upset about it, but I would. We're kind of feeling like JT bounce back is possible, but he could also go out there, re-injure the ankle, and be out for the year, and you have Aaron Jones. So, not crazy. I wouldn't have done it, but it's not crazy. Appreciate you all. See you all in the morning.